Get to eat dinner today. We're going straight into the Oracles versus Warlords set. Hopefully, we didn't miss too much of it here after the end of the Knights Sandstorm cast. And would you look at that? Okay, it is Shizu mid, Almighty Smiter back in support. Okay, I actually liked when they put Shizu in support, so that's a bit interesting. Let's take a look. Okay, let me pause this and let everything get set up real quick. Ian said he might be around for this. All right, let's get this set up. We got solo, jungle, mid, support, ADC, solo, jungle, mid, support, ADC. Okay. It is not Knights Sandstorm. It is Warlords. Oracles. All right, and we're getting straight into this. Geb is a pickup that Almighty Smiter has done multiple times this season. Looked all right on it. And see, I like the Shizu Giannis a lot. And Zen, obviously, Mammon is a hyper carry, and that's what you like to see him on. Love the Kuma Chalk. That's been a staple all season. I like Jimmy's RDO a lot. I like it a lot, a lot. I like when Jimmy gets aggressive in duo lane. Mm-hmm. All right. First waves collide and nobody immediately dies. We see Diamond King on Kukulin, always a very strong solo pick. Kukulin's very nice. It's a bit of an interesting matchup into Chalk. However, Chalk has a lot of tools that he can use into Kukulin. There's a lot of all stars in this game. 5 in total, if I remember correctly. 3 for the Oracles, 2 for the Warlords. Xbalanque is just free poke off of hitting the minion wave, though. Some good damage onto the mom, and Cleo gets portal dropped, and Shizu will get first blood of this game in the mid lane. Man, that's when you hate to not have beads. It's good to have blink, but you see get a portal dropped and it's nasty. The root not hitting for Chernobog here. Xbalanque going after Chimmy, and he has to solo shell there. Ugh, not a good feeling. True. Mammon takes a lot of poke there. Scylla's dashing in. We know Azuli loves to get in there. Cleo gets a lot of burst damage on Mammon, but the Giannis portal set up before the CC is able to get him out. This has been a great game. I mean, it's only been 2.5 minutes, but great game so far from Shizu. Oh no, these teams are not afraid. These teams are not afraid of fighting. That's for sure. Yep. There we go. I knew something felt wrong. That's my bad. I was in free cam. Kuma gets his blue camp. Both going for hammer builds in solo lane. They get the first blood. That's basically the gold diff as well. Chalk and Kukulin. Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that. Ulting to clear minion wave is absolutely a strategy, but the way he stared at us afterwards for a half second makes me think it was unintentional. Good Naga camp clear. Here comes Scylla rotating for a Chalk who will ult Scylla for a lot of damage and juke the Azuli ult. Good job there by Kuma. Amazing. Here comes Giannis. Oh, is Giannis going to be disgusting here? Ooh, does not cancel the back. The Warlords love to hit a solo lane. This is actually the longest I've seen without a solo lane gank from the Warlords. Comes Ardia. The Warlords had some early duo lane pressure, but it looks like the Oracles were able to turn it around. Here comes Cleo. Xbalanque out of mana, but full health under tower. Not exactly a prime ganking opportunity. 5 minutes into this game. 1-0. That first blood, the only bloodshed we've seen so far. This is a full rage Kukulin. Unfortunately, Kukulin kind of has issues locking down a Chalk with Chalk teleport. Gets a lot of good damage out. Ooh, stops the teleport there and gets him down to quarter health. Kuma under the tower. I think I just saw Scylla dash into a red buff there. Cleo in the wall, but Giannis portals away from the Cleo ult. Mammon's in danger here. Mammon goes inside Cleo as Azuli falls to Shizu. Shizu's having a great game so far. Kukulin dashes, rotated over from solo lane, and they are able to steal the red buff. It's a good feeling to not be getting ganked by Zen early against the Warlords. I can't imagine that's been their game plan basically all season. Oh yeah, Mason, you were muted. You are no longer muted. Thank you for actually.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just glad. No, you're good. I'm just glad the people watching actually called it out this time instead of letting us go an entire set. We didn't have a Danny moment. Giannis has been having a fantastic game so far. He's just so fast with that Doom Orb. Zoom Orb, as they call it. Both kills on this Giannis so far. He's got basically equal level to Scylla, but that gold is going to be nice. Support sticking around in duo lane after picking up Gauntlet of Thebes is a bit interesting, but sometimes that will make the other support rotate over too and make it not a problem. Well, I didn't see that. Oopsie. My bad, folks. Diamond King falls to the Zen gank. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. It was a bit delayed. It wasn't at the 30-second mark like usual.
Not as quick as we normally suspect when we see the Warlords playing, but...
Yep. 3-0 start for the Warlords here. Some good pressure by the Oracles here. But unfortunately, a Geb and Xbalanque can just walk back to the tower. BDK picked up by the Warlords by Kuma and Zen. I'm actually not sure who I predicted to win this game. This was definitely the most toss-up set between them.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
This is the one where people basically 50-50'd between their choices. And you can see why. The Oracles got off to a slow start at the beginning of the season and went on a tear to close it. However, the Warlords are still a 7-1 team, with their only loss being to the Knights. So, as good as the Oracles were in the latter half of the season, it was simply equivalent to the Warlords all season, record-wise.
There's a early Gold Fury.
Yep, very. Almond spotted out by Cleo. Man, those are two hyper carry junglers that I do not like to play against. Here we go. Kukulin? Kukulin?
Yeah, at first, I thought he was just walking there to teleport, and then
I don't know what bro was doing over here. Yeah, he helped with the gold. I was just helped with the gold. I'm just not used to seeing him standing there instead of going back to. Yeah, that just shocked me for a minute. My bad.
I mean, they did get the gold, but now you see, because of that rotation, Chalk having a 2-level lead now.
Good for the gander, bad for the goose, as you could say. Losing that XP, Kuma is going to have a level lead. A lot of good objective play early on. I think these teams pay the most attention to objectives out of any of the league. Colin Knockup will not secure the camp from this invade. And this is more the Warlords we're accustomed to seeing. Steal your blue.
Yep.
Thankfully, Kukulin doesn't need it as much as other gods, but you like the XP from it. Oh, good double root from Kukulin into Ardio, and that will take Zen down. Oh, here comes Chernobog flying in towards Giannis. Can they catch him?
Good return damage.
Combat pause? Are we combat pausing in 2025?
And it looks like Giannis getting ready to ult. Be curious to see if he tries to fire it back at him or if he's just using it for the CC
I don't know.
immunity
We're combat
to get
pausing in
out.
2025. And both teams have members on it that got unfortunately affected by a combat pause in a previous set. So, I just don't get combat pausing after the guy who DC'd is already dead.
Right.
Wait, I don't know. I don't know. Azuli and Zen were both on a team with me where we were very negatively affected by an enemy combat pausing, so I'm surprised to see either of these teams do it. But we're going to take a minute here. So far, yeah, Doom Orb is a very highly sought after item, especially for magical junglers, but just mages in general. A lot of good prophetic cloak stacks. 10 minutes in, having 7 is pretty good, but a fully stacked Gauntlet of Thebes already for Almighty Smiter. We saw in the previous game some supports having 10 stacks at 20 stacks, 30 stacks at the 18-minute mark. Pre-10 minute, already fully stacked. That shows you how easy it can be. Unfortunately, that's because Geb has been sitting in lane and not rotating at all and has been equal level in stealing a lot of farm, siphoning a lot of farm from his ADC, who should really be getting more XP from his waves. But now that he has that gauntlet up, he should be rotating, in my opinion. Giannis is unfortunately, he's not the closest to any walls. I think he's aiming for this wall, but I don't know. If he aims for this wall, he'll have to walk far enough that he might get hit by stuff. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens after this combat pause.
Also, going back to the Geb thing, but having fully stacked Thebes and the ADCs being the same level right now, Sure, there's a gold difference there, but that's definitely not a terrible thing.
Yeah. It's why you should never have an unstacked gauntlet like 18, 20 minutes into the game. Yeah, a part of that is because Chernobog is here instead of in duo lane.
Right. I mean, he did just ult over, so it's not like
Yeah.
he
Chernobog is
has
ahead of
been missing.
Xbalanque by 500 without any
Yeah.
kills. Okay, looks like Zen is back here. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, unpausing. Here we go. Yep, he did go for this wall. Chasing. Yeah, you're not going to catch him. That was a good placement of the ult. Mammon is still, that's a spectator camera thing. She's not there. EDK for the Oracles. Good pickup. With Chernobog ulting right in front of them to the other side of the map, however, they will get free bastions in duo lane. RDO is not going to be able to stop this.
Doesn't stop the bastions, but stops the tower push from happening. If they ever did push.
No, minions still going in.
Yeah.
And that's the real problem, is minion XP lost to tower. Ardio's still hanging around. She doesn't have the health bar to be fighting this, in my opinion. All it takes is a Geb ult, and she's in a rough spot. Thankfully, she's got a lot of self-sustain. They gotta watch out for a Zen gank, though. But never mind. They're in duo lane. They're never gonna get ganked by Zen. My bad. Why did I even mention that? Going Soul Eater on Cleo. Going for the Lifesteal build, of course. And Kuma has been able to amass an XP lead off of those ganks and other things that happened in solo lane. Oracle's ganked him. He didn't die. Warlords ganked solo lane. Got the blue camp. Got a kill. Geb and Ardio smacking each other. This will be a beacon fight. They should have pressure on it with Cleo around. But here comes Mammon. Lots of damage. Oh, going for the kill and is going to pay the price. Geb gets Azuli. Here comes Choco onto... oh man, that's 2 ults onto an Ardio. Absolutely diabolical. Chimmy will fall. You're never tanky enough to survive that many ults at this stage of the game. Well, they decide they don't want Beacon. They instead are looking for a much bigger prize. They are pinging Pat's Nation to go for the Beacon while they go for Gold Fury. Danny's not going to play with fire there. Danny's going to play with Mammon.
Yeah, but it looks like Zen is going to try to catch out Danny here. Nope.
It took a while, but thankfully for the Warlords, even with their no wards up here, nobody else came, and Beacon. BDK called out by the Oracles. Should be easy with their... I mean, they have objective burn with a Cleo and secure with a Scylla. Geb's a little bit caught out here. I think he's tanky enough to survive, though. Looking at net worth. Yeah, 1,000 lead. Scylla behind this Giannis off of that first blood and other kills. Scylla is fast, but so is Giannis, so they can both hyper farm side camps depending on who's ahead. This is one of Shizu's best mid games that I've seen in a while. Chalk picking up his own blue camp. Not a whole lot happening on the map right now. No Gold Fury to go after, no BDK. Looks like a rotation here with Cleo. Shepalanque is really far out. The cripple field gets onto Shepalanque. Beads come out. Beads and Gebshell are both down. Good stun there. And that is going to be a ton of Tony Cheese Cleo damage to get Hyperior. And Geb, there's no tower there. That's Geb's shield for the cleanse. But Artio is a fast little bear. Double kill for the newly appointed all-star, Tony Cheese.
Yeah, that lockdown from that RDO, that was just great plays by Chimmy just to make sure nobody's getting away from the damage.
I like Tony Cheese. I mean, sorry, I like Jimmy's Artio. I think it lets him play the way his team wants him to play, which is directly on top of the enemy team the entire game.
Yep. Well, tanky and
CC.
he's tanky. He's got good CC and lockdown, and right now he's fourth in player damage. So
Early game
getting
player
that
damage
from your
doesn't mean a
support.
ton, but yeah. Contributing. I mean, he's already done more
Yeah.
damage than some people did in the previous game that went to 30 minutes. So, yeah,
Correct.
yeah, he's doing a good job. Okay. Geb and Giannis going to the left side of the map. Chernobog's looking, Danny loves to rotate. Going after this Pyromancer. Another great OBJ call here by the Oracles, and that Giannis will almost clips them. Nobody picks up the Pyro Bomb! I hate this league's attitude towards Pyro Bombs, bro. They're all... they gotta... Kuma's gotta pick it up. Kuma, pick up the Pyro Bomb. Kuma. You got an all-star. You can... Ooh, good damage onto Mammon. Mammon's really low, and Mammon goes down. A good kill by Danny. Almighty Spider picking up Chimichanga in the back. Ooh, Azuli, you gotta... Oh! Gets juked out by Giannis. Once again, this is the... I gotta say it, at 17 minutes in, probably the best Shizu mid-game we've ever seen. And a great Scylla crush there. But Hyperior is gonna pick up Danny in the back here. Nobody got the Pyro Bomb. Classic. And this is absolutely nutty for the Oracles. Kukulin kills Kuma.
Yeah, just turned into an arena fight there after the Pyro going down.
I'm glad they got all those kills off of it because they didn't get the Pyro Bomb like that they dropped. I know it's suboptimal to have it on a damage dealer, but it's better than nobody on your team having it.
Yeah, I agree. And with multiple chances and multiple people standing around there, definitely somebody should have been able to pick that up.
Yeah. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Giannis is probably going to be able to get this. I don't think... Well, Cleo's going to be another pause. Well, this one's not in combat, so it's significantly better. No, the Oracles were around the Pyro. Like, the Oracles didn't steal it. They were the ones who pulled it. The Oracles were the one who pulled that Pyro, and there was nobody else around there when they initially dropped it. Kuma then became the closest one to it and was fighting Zen, but no, the Oracles dropped the Pyro Bomb. They definitely could have picked it up. Another pause here. We're going to try to skip through this, folks.
Zen DCing again, unfortunately.
Azuli infected Zen with his bad ping and internet issues.
Maybe it's not just a mid laner problem. Maybe it's a
Mage
mage
problem.
player
Oh, that's a
problem.
good idea. You know,
Yeah.
this is how scientific discovery works. You adapt on your hypothesis. That's a good point. It's not just mids. 20 stacks already on prophetic hook. That's a pretty fast stacking rate for this item. Building probably a pestilence. Could be a heart word too, though, just to make his team tankier. I would think pestilence though, since he's going to be on top of the enemy more than he's next to his team. Yeah, we should do a no mage worm league. That would be great. Um, yeah, this isn't not looking great for this pause here. Well, while we're here, we got an Oni Fury to look at and a Fire Giant to work for. Definitely too early for the Fire Giant, just because both these teams have a way to steal it. You have a Scylla, you have a Giannis. I think you're going to want to kill the other team's mage, or know that they're on the opposite side of the map. Doubly so if they're a Giannis before you start the Fire Giant. Let's take a look at player damage. Kukulin, Scylla, Chalk. Yep. Everybody's basically like there's basically no difference. The entire lobby is at almost the entire the same player damage so far.
Yeah, a
18
lot of
minutes into
fighting,
the
a lot
game.
of back and forth here between
Yeah.
both teams.
It's about as even of a gold as you will ever see 18 plus minutes into a game. 5 gold div for the Warlords. They're going to win. You heard it here first. But Azuli loves to go his Blink Scylla build, especially with Polynomicon.
Yeah, and both mid players getting blink too.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Shizu get Blink before. That's a new one.
4 blinks on the Warlord side.
I've seen Azuli get Blink many times, so that's not surprising, but Shizu Blink, that I think that's a new one. Okay, Zen finally back here. Let's hope we can skip back into this game. Game 1 of a best of 5. We could be here for a while, especially if the internet connection is like this all game. One more DC, and I hereby ban Zen from the league. Nah, just kidding. Okay, he's back. Surely we start soon. Okay, there we go. Giannis was able to capture that beacon. Warlords definitely have more wards on the map right now. Yeah. Chimmy's doing his best, but when 3 members of your team have 0, you're gonna be behind in total coverage. Thankfully, it's at that stage of the game where it's not. I don't know. Your teammates are gonna need wards, especially later in this game. It's acceptable now to not have any, but you're gonna need some, especially against a team like the Warlords. Artio zoning out the Mammon. They do have numbers around this Oni. Geb is near the Fire Giant, but doesn't exactly have the damage to secure that by himself. Oni Fury started by Artio. I think they're hunting for Mammon. Ooh, Dash comes out.
They're definitely looking for Zen here.
Cleo dash. That's Geb Shell onto Mammon. Good Geb Shell. The Scylla ult does not land on her. A great Gebel is going to bring Cleo down to a quarter health here, but she's A-okay. Scylla portaled by Giannis, and Tony Cheese taken out by Zen. The hunted becomes the hunter. Here comes, you can always count on Danny to Cherno ult in. Kukolin's raged form out. Another Giannis portal. Danny's gonna die here. What? Okay, I take it back. That's good beads. Okay, there we go. There we go. 5 members of the Warlords up. They're gonna go straight to the Gold Fury. Fun little Worm League fact, Mason. No number 2 seed has ever made the finals before.
I did not realize that.
The number 1 seed has always won. So you might go, oh, it's chalk all the way down. But the other side of the bracket has always been utter chaos. Season 2, the number 2 seed lost in the first round. Season 3, the number 2 seed lost in the semifinals.
And Chaos side always wins.
Chaos side always wins in the finals. Chaos side has never lost a single game in the finals, which is still the funniest stat of all time to me. Maybe if we had chosen Chaos, we wouldn't have gotten swept, Mason. I'm sorry. As we see, Geb gets stunned out here, doing a lot of damage to Artio here. Artio's getting a lot of Prophetic Cloak stacks out of it, but also a lot of damage mitigated.
All that, fight was just over the Jimmy there, too.
Hey, Jimmies are worth it. Big fan. That fight was very good for the Warlords previously. They basically got a bunch of kills for nothing. They didn't lose anybody in that fight. 21.5 minutes into this game. Of course, the gold lead still isn't that crazy, but it's worth noting that Shizu has not died yet. Giannis has not died yet. If they lock in Giannis game 2, I would not be surprised to see Chimmy go Athena. It's good at catching a Giannis, keeping him away from his portal. Mammon doing a lot of damage to Kukolen. Mammon ult comes out. The root does not return fire. Chernobog. Danny's always in the enemy team, bro. Get behind your tanks, my man. God damn.
Definitely not afraid to just ult and be right in the middle of that fight.
He needs to be a bit more afraid. As we see, they're going to take out these. Are they going to get the bastions for a little wolf? No, they're just going to walk away. Okay, level 20. Scylla. Giannis. Cola. Fast-paced game so far. Oh, go get him, Danny. Nah, you too slow.
He's definitely still chasing. Oh, he finally pulled off of the chase there.
Yeah. Pyromancer called out here by the Warlords. Can they get it? Kukolin's nearby, but, well, nearby is a relative term. Warlords get the... And they picked it up! They picked it up! Amazing. Happiest day of my life. Both ADCs are level 20. Both mids are level 20. We're almost at that point of the game. Geb actually doesn't have starter item upgraded. That's odd. Level 17. Anyway, Beacon. It's only Geb there on it, but Mammon is nearby, and they secure it. They see him rolling. They hate it. Neither team has really tried to push an XP lead anywhere on the map. They've all been mostly okay with just farming this game. Nobody has more than 3 deaths. Most people have 2 or fewer. Only 17 kills total in 24 minutes really isn't that many. It's a fairly regular paced game. Everybody gets a little reserved in the playoffs sometimes.
Well, with everybody, you know, starting to reach that level 20 and fire and stuff, you know, we might be. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's when we'll see
good
the team fights
Scylla
and
dash.
pushes happen.
Brings Mama to half health. Xbalanque ult is down. And Giannis! Bye-bye, Tony Cheese! I've never seen Shizu play like this in mid. I owe you an apology. I was unfamiliar with your game. As we see, the root crush. A good Geb shield, it looked like. Prevented a lot of that damage output. Chernobog's in. Danny's always surrounded by enemies in this game. Wow, he got the ult up. Will he be able to land anywhere? Going after Giannis. Ooh, lands straight on a moment. Not exactly the landing strip that is FDA approved there. Giannis is going to run away and run towards the Scylla. Blinking in. Kuma gets the kill. A lot of damage. Not able to stop the Giannis from leaving the tower. 6-0-5 is Shizu. And that is a deicide for the Warlords. And they are going to pick up a tower for the road and maybe, just maybe, go after a dual lane bird. And a correctly used Pyro Bomb. This is the best day of my life.
We might be able to get Phoenix here and gold.
They should be able to.
Yeah, Kuma back and TP'd in, so he'd be able to tank this, which Geb is still pretty much full health anyways.
I don't know if I've ever even seen Shizu play Giannis. I'm sure it's in his god pool, but I'm gonna have to pull up the Smite Guru. 27 minutes in, 16-7, a commanding 9k gold lead for the Warlords. Pyromancer called out. And secured for the Warlords. Shizu, Giannis, a 20k damage game so far. Leading the lobby.
Trying to keep the ward coverage there, but Chimmy able to take out their ward on the fire giant.
Kukulin ulting to try to keep this Moment off his back. Going back down to root and ult, but a good chalk ult here, and that will clean up a lot of this fight. Zen on a rampage. Shizu is unstoppable. Killed somebody with an ult over here. Oh my goodness, Kuma gets Chimmy Chang gun.
Danny ulting in the mid there from the Phoenix push.
Zen gets diamond.
Danny has no beats here. There's the portal.
And that is a deicide for the Warlords as they are going to pick up this fire giant. What a game so far for the Warlords. 29 minutes in, 21-7. And they have a push here. They do have a Pyro Bomb as well. They're going for the mid bird. Geb is going to be able to tank this. They do Pyro Bomb, and they don't miss it. That's always nice. That's always very nice.
Are they going to try to end the game here?
I don't think so. I think they're going to back out. If Giannis backs out, they're backing out.
Yeah.
Man,
They're set up here like there was a big ult from Giannis.
big ult from Giannis.
Almost one-shotting.
Basically one shot, yeah. Going for Cleo. Gets the portal drop. Auto. Kill on Tony Cheese. That's a Giannis too. Auto. Sent into the fountain one way or another here. Gets the double kill. 30 minutes in. Shizu is immortal. Going after, sending a message here. Misses the portal drop. Instead of going for the Titan, going for a Kukulin. And gets a triple kill to end this game. 12-0-8.
Very good game from Shizu there out of mid. That was definitely, I guess, a good trade-off, putting him in mid instead.
Yeah, we've seen it. Generally, it was working better to have him in support and Almighty Smiter in mid in previous sets, but they unlocked something. That was a good Almighty Smiter Geb game as well. Had some good shields. Spectate. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. All right, that is game one going the way of the Warlords here. Ooh, hopefully we get into game two here soon and fewer DCs. Yeah, that was pretty much an even game until that one fight went the Warlords' way entirely. They tried to hunt down Zen, and it just simply did not work. Okay, here we go. Going straight into picks and bans for game two. Would not be surprised to see a Giannis ban.
I was going to ask if there were any changes you wanted to see in it, and if you thought that Giannis would be one of the first bans here.
I would like to see it. Let me take a look at the last time these teams played. Oracle's Warlords. Where is this at? Man, this was so long ago. Okay. Uh, Last time they played, Shizu went Agni and Disco and did pretty good on both those games. So I would not be surprised if they didn't ban the Giannis simply because they think that Shizu will put up a similar performance on other characters. All the bans are out. What's going to be first pick? Taking a lot of bank time here for the first pick locked in. Hachiman. Okay. Wanting Danny on something a little different this game. Also, it's one of Hyperion's two main picks, Hachiman and Xbalanque. And there's the Xbalanque. Well, if you didn't see that one coming, go to the eye doctor. The other
Yeah.
pick still be hovering.
Curious to see if they just go if they
Geb.
pick Geb here or the Honest. Is the
Got to get
Geb.
that dual lane for the Warlords. What a time to be alive.
Like you said earlier, a lot of bank time being used here. I wonder if they're thinking about maybe picking the Giannis themselves since they didn't ban it.
Achilles.
Just to
Okay,
get
that's
it
one
out.
way to punch through a Geb shield. And Aphrodite. Ooh. Ooh. Whew.
But do you think that Afro is going support or mid?
Odin. Oh. You picked Aphrodite too high. Too high. If you didn't have that band ready and they have a spot open to pick it. Oh. Saw that one coming. Yeah, I'd be very, very
Now I have
shocked if
to
this was
be.
not a Chimmy Afro. A Chaffro. Gonna get a little spicy up in here. Mom and Ban.
There we see the Giannis ban coming out.
Yep, there it is. Lancelot. Oh, we got a Zen Lance game. Disgusting. Yeah, those are definitely ways to run down an Aphrodite support. Odin Cage, Lance ulted. Odin Lance is a nasty combo. Sano. Okay. All right. The Cleo didn't feel great last game. Of course, Cleo kind of has some problems against Ageb, so I'm not surprised to see them go away from it, even though it's one of Tony G's best picks. And Poseidon for Azuli? Locked in. It's going to be hard to run away. Yeah, Lance is not good into Afro mid. Lance into, like, she can stun him. She can. It's just, I don't know if Chimmy is going to be high enough level to really give Zen problems in these team fights, if that makes sense. I just think that Odin Lance ult combo is going to do a ton to a lot of these characters. Yeah, this Poseidon definitely feels more like a Tony pick than an Azuli pick. I don't know if I ever saw Azuli play Poseidon across a ton of sets, so I would be a bit surprised, but you know, we'll see. And then the last pick for the Warlords is going to be a mage. It's not going to be honest. Probably Agni. Oh,
Nah, Agni's
Hades.
banned too.
Well, Agni was banned by them, so it's like you banned out
Yeah.
one of your mages, best mages. Um, Agni is one of Shizu's favorite picks, so it's kind of rough to ban that out for the other team. They go Hades. Definitely filling out the outer ends of the god pool for some of these characters, and it will be Tony Cheese Poseidon. Azuli Jungle. I've heard about Azuli Jungle for so long, and I've yet to actually get to see it. This is going to be, I think, my first time getting to enjoy this. All right. The Warlords are up 1-0. Reverse sweeps can happen, but I think if the Warlords win this second game, it's game, set, match. We'll see. Oracles need to win this one. Yeah, you've also probably have never played against Azuli jungles, and also, yeah. Ooh. Oh, let me check back in on the basketball scores. All right. I just saw the halftime. Looks like the Celtics will beat the Magic. Boo. Boo, Celtics. Boo. They stink. They stinky. Um, and we're going to see Bucks Pacers here in a minute. Nice.
Who you rooting for in the Bucks Pacers game?
Um, I want that series to go as long as possible so that the Cavs, my Cleveland Cavaliers, get as much rest as possible after they sweep the Heat soon. Get out the brooms. We ain't losing to Tyler Hero and Bam. I'm just kidding. The Heat are a solid team. We could very much drop this next game to them, but I don't think we will. It's taking a while. They do not turn on low delay spectator mode. It is what it is. Looking at some of these combinations, Kali obviously a headhunter going after a single target a lot of the time. Geb Shield's pretty good at delaying that. Smiter's going to have his head on a swivel. Basically, whoever he sees the Kali targeter on, pop that Geb shell. And then Aphrodite, it's got a lot of healing and sustain. I don't know if it's enough to sustain through a Hades ult, though. Because the NBA hates us, Axo. They hate us. They do this to me. And it's not even a West Coast game. It's not even like the Nuggets Clippers game is starting at 9:30. It's the Bucks Pacers. It's absolutely ridiculous. Get you in the game? No. Anyway. All right, here we go. All right, I see Automod just triggered something Parker said. I'll allow it. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I got base settings on this stuff. Hey, it allows that though. I already let
And
it
it
allow
allows
that.
that's funny.
Hey, like it's basically whenever you allow something, it's a permitted term. Okay, auto mod. I think how it works, obviously, I don't really know because I don't bother with it. It automatically blocks like any bad phrase, but if you allow it one time, it goes, okay, we'll set that to always allow. So somebody's already obviously said fuck, and I allowed that, so it can say it now. All right, let's get started. All right, looking at the starters, both going Benny B. I like. I like Prophetic Cloak. I'm not sure if these games are going to still be close either way by the time Prophetic Cloak is stacked. I think by the time Prophetic Cloak is stacked, one team or the other will have a 7k gold lead. So I think that maybe in these sets, Gauntlet would be a better pickup, especially because you need to have the tankiness to immediately rush into anti-heal for Hades, anti-shielding for all of this. You know, they have an Odin and a Geb and Magic Shell. I would have maybe have gotten a Gauntlet of Thebes here on Aphrodite.
I agree with that. Especially you're wanting, that Afro to make it too late game. That way Kali basically has two ults to be able to dive the back line.
And we also just saw, Super Death Fang play Hades, so maybe we're extra scared of it. But we saw Pestilence alone was not enough in that game. All right, Warlords are up 1-0. Let's see what's hip-hop happening in game 2. Ooh, Diamond King went Thorns. I'm going to watch solo lane because whenever somebody goes Thorns, some spicy stuff can happen early. Misses an auto. Gets the stun to cancel out the Odin spear. Odin jumps away. Doesn't pop the Thorns because, Odin can jump, so not really a point of using that while the jump is up. Poseidon and Hades. Two bros just chilling in mid lane with very similar skins as is tradition. It's good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Prophetic Cloak is good and she'll stack it fast. I don't know if she'll stack it fast enough to where she'll get the most use out of it compared to already having a gauntlet stacked. We saw a sub 10-minute gauntlet stack in the previous game. I think that is extremely high value, the amount of tankiness you get just from that. Of course, the base stats from Prophetic Cloak are really good. Okay, here we see Kali coming in. Afro's taking a lot of poke damage, but there's wards up. Hyperior gets Chimmy. Oh, the cringe Shebalanke autos get our boy Chimmy chain gun. He had shell Chimmy! Chimmy! How did you let this happen to you?
I think that was the poison darts that got him.
That's what I'm saying, but like,
That's
how
crazy.
do you let... No, dude, you have a shell, use it. And 2 kills here for the Warlords right off the bat. Oh my goodness. Mid laner rotating all the way over to solo lane for that kill. There's going to be some enemy missings called out.
Taking a lot of damage.
Shebalanke taking a lot of poke here. Can Hachi get the kill through that Geb shell? Well, ooh, there's the shield. Gonna auto. 1, 2, 3. Chimmy gets the last hit onto Hyperior. Good dash stun. Oh my gosh. Danny, nice. But not enough to kill a Geb.
Jimmy was just wanting payback there for that
Gotta
kill
get
earlier.
this. They can't let him secure it with the knockup. Nice. Knockup down. They're chilling. Good invade. This is what you have to do. You have Danny in duo lane. You have to force a lead in ADC. You can't let Hyperior be even 1 level or 2 levels within Danny's range if you want to win if you're the Oracles. And, well, that happened. Shizu kills Tony Cheese in mid lane. Here comes Kali. Goes for a stun when Hades was not remotely in range. Maybe thinking Hades was going to dash onto her. That was probably it. Here comes Achilles' ult! Lands! Diamond! Slays Kuma. Almost 4 minutes into this game. Basically even at this point. Hades had dash up. I don't think you were ever landing the 2 on a Hades like that. I think it was predicting Hades trying to go in and then like burst healing and trying to fight her. As we see Afro going after this duo lane. Gets a stun under tower. Not going to be able to follow up much off of that, but it does put some fear into them. Achilles' ult is down, but so is Odin's. Ooh, Hades going after Poseidon. Just goes for the wave instead. BDK picked up by Kali here. And they get it. Odin's going to run back to his tower just in case he's getting ganked. Oh, a Lancelot. Oh, man. That has to feel bad if you're a Poseidon seeing that guy run around the map. Good stun. Not going to be able to get him within execute threshold, though. Here comes Lancelot. Looking at Achilles. Looking away. There is blue camp spawning soon. There are blue camps, but looks like the junglers aren't going for those. Yeah, you're not in this game. You're playing Smite 2 now. As we see, Hachiman's up to level 7.
Yeah, we've seen them wanting to gank solo lane several times there, but Achilles just able to play it safe.
Achilles has good mobility too. Like, he can't get away. Like, his dashes aren't super far, but just his mobility in a team fight. Short range dashes, but 2 of them Makes him hard to hit. Ooh, Poseidon's getting ulted. Here comes the Poseidon ult. It will not do as much as the Hades. Hades wins the 1v1. 3-0-0. Well, if you ask somebody, the Warlords have 4 kills, how many of them are on Zen and Kuma? They would not guess 0 and 0. As Geb rolls out and knocks up the Afro, probably going to set up a big ultimate here. There it is, into the Lance ult. Afro immunes a lot of that. Shells come out. Afro is at her wit's end here as Danny falls. Lance jumps onto her, and that is 2 kills already for the Warlords. Hyperior fell in the back. Lance blinks onto Callie. Callie blinks as well. Callie, gosh, god damn it. I'm saying Callie now.
Yeah, all because Callie, has joined us here.
Yeah.
Or at least that's who we want to blame.
Well, no, I just had to try so hard for so long not to call Callie that now I can't say Callie anymore. Same thing with Pele and Pele.
Agreed.
Hardest battles to the most hearing impaired soldiers. As we see Achilles level 9, same with the Odin. Poseidon is a couple levels behind Hades now though. Aphrodite once again, like I said, Geb hangs out in dual lane probably far longer than he should. But damn if it doesn't get that Gauntlet of Thebes stacked. Stuns. The back off, going for it. Oh, Afro's gonna have to secure that. Oh, Danny gets it. Afro's so low. A knock-up from Geb will kill her. Well, yeah, this is a great time to remind the audience that Geb ult does percent health and not flat damage. Great time to remind people because that did not have a chance of killing. Oracles get the BDK. They have a slight gold lead now off of all that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a Xbalanque player, but seems like a bit of a panic click. And that's Afro survivability for you, living through all of that. Lancelot is lurking around this Gold Fury pit. Spotted out by Hachiman, and here we go. 2-level lead for Hachiman. Danny has to make sure that never closes. They need to let Danny feast if they want to win this game. Lancelot going after Afro. Misses the kiss. Nothing really happening in solo lane. I don't need to watch those guys. They're just hitting each other a little bit. Lance and Callie going after each other. Gets the stun 2 combo. Chase down. They're in the pit. Lance ult comes out. He's gonna get straight into the Callie ult. Callie ult expires, but so will Lance. Chimmy, chang gun. Gets the last hit. Ooh, Hachiman is not winning this trade. Oh my goodness. Danny, run! Hyperior kills him. Oh, big ol' Tony Cheese. And that, oh my gosh, I thought the game combat paused for a second because of how slow they were in that Hades ult. Oh my god. Absolutely disgusting. Numb. 6-0-2 this game. Oh my god. Beats were still up. Maybe Tony Cheese thought he was still dead even if he beads and tried to get away there. That's fair. It's very likely Hades just dashes again. Let's take a look at net worth. Achilles is actually, Diamond King is actually quite ahead of Kuma in net worth right now. Quite ahead. Achilles is a good lane bully. BDK picked up by the Oracles here. And their gold lead is third. Hades is level 4. To have even a slight 20 gold lead when a Hades is a 3-level lead on your mid laner, though, you take it. Yeah, I'm not... that's a ult trade, but I'm not sure if you want to be trading ults with the enemy's support, to be honest, even if it is an Aphrodite. Hachiman in trouble here. 2 horses gets silenced forever by the Warlords. And now Aphrodite is going to be running through this beacon. Here comes Odin. Oh, that's just bullying. That was so unnecessary. Gets the kill onto Chimmy. Achilles in a crowd of 5 enemies here. Hades dashing into the tower. Walks out. This could be a Warlord's Gold Fury. I don't really see anything that would stop it. Maybe Achilles can... Diamond King can run along the backside here. Going after the Xbalanque. Oh, does not land the execute. He does save the Gold Fury, though, I suppose. And now is running. There we go. They almost lost Lancelot to that somehow. Here comes Kali going in. Shizu gets another kill under the mid tower. Kali has that. And that is a Danny kill as well. Some nice pickups for the Oracles, but the major key there was that they did not lose the Gold Fury. They're not going for it themselves, though. Honestly, they might be able to, but too late now.
Oh, the really back and forth fight, yeah.
Oh, what's up, bro? Your volume was so low. Let me raise your volume on this real quick.
Is that a good idea? You know.
It's a great idea. What's up?
All right, say
Mela?
less. I'm here to fill in for your boy Mason Dixon since he's got to step out for a minute. And I said, you know what? I'll chug some Milla patented Boomer juice, and now I'm here.
Boomer juice, that's crazy. Yeah, we're going straight into game 2 here. We're 14 minutes in, basically a dead even game, and Shizu has awakened his ultra instinct this game. That's for sure. This set.
I am seeing that. That's insane. He's half of the Warlord's current kills on board. That, you know, if you told me when this set started that Shizu would be the one with most of the kills, I would have called you a liar. But now that I'm seeing it, it's crazy.
There we go. Gets out. Danny's... Oh, Danny, you're not safe. Danny, not the XP camp. You're the XP camp, Danny. Run!
Run! Run for the hills!
Good Poseidon ult. Oh, that's a great shutdown for Tony Cheese. Oh, could get another one here. Oh, it's so close. Horse. Yeah, horse moment.
Couple autos.
Yeah.
Lance moment right there. Lance moment right there.
Mickey Mouse character. But Diamond King is able to pick up the gap.
You'll love to see that. Oh, what? The execute was used for that, but, you know, I mean, if you're going to use it on someone, use it for the guy who's got the most health on the board, you know?
Yeah, not a bad idea. I mean, hey, any kill is a good use of an Achilles ult.
That is true, but it's also just super rewarding when you get the multi ones.
It's true. I don't think there's going to be... This game is much faster paced than the previous one. A lot more kills per minute this time, but oof. I'm not sure if there's going to be many Achilles multi-kills just because these fights are pretty spread out. Odin is getting ran at here. Here comes Lancelot. Kali's going to have to ult. Ooh. You know, that is the price of not having beads up.
That Odin stun just
Hachi! Danny goes under the tower to pick up Kuma. And that's a good stun. Man, Danny's been on point with his Hachi dashes this game. But that was a good Geb ult.
Oh My God! I just witnessed a war crime.
Lance,
Live.
I'm gonna say is Zen better owe an apology to Almighty Spider. That's all I'm gonna say. He just got his butt saved there by the Geb.
Oh my God!
Fun fact. I don't know if you know this one, but no number 2 seed has ever made the finals. Warlords are looking to be the first ones to do that.
I mean, if it's going to be a team to do it, let them be the ones that chart that path.
He
Let
might
them
regret
be the
ulting
one-
the Bastion there.
Oh no!
Run!
He's getting horsed.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Lance is dead. Lance is dead. it was calculated. Calculated. Tony Cheese is my goat. All-star.
Oh my God!
Oh, that shell was not enough. Oh my god.
That's an insane Hades ult catching 3 of them. Oh my God!
So this has been Shizu this set. That stuff.
This is just disgusting. I'm loving how back and forth this gameplay is though. Like,
Yeah.
if you looked at the kills, it didn't look like it, but these fights just keep swinging back and forth like a pendulum. It's crazy. This is what
Yeah, this has been good game. This tournament has been pure chalk so far, but I think a lot of that is there's been fewer drops and replacements this season, so the team's record actually more accurately reflects how good they are at the end of the season. So yeah, the teams that won a lot of games, they're good at winning games.
crazy statement. But
I know
like,
the 7-1 teams have a good shot at making the finals. I know it's very shocking.
Imagine it. Imagine it. It's crazy. But like, oh my God, this is beautiful. I love how back and forth it is. The goal difference is only like 4K, which in this kind of situation isn't even a lot.
That is a sudden jump. Look at how sudden that is.
That had to be that last fight that was just taken. That
Yep.
had to be.
That was it. It was dead even until then.
But I mean, if I know the Oracles, I know they're already waiting for that one opportunity to take it all back and swing it back in their favor.
All it takes is a couple of shutdown kills. Problem is, the other team has a Lancelot, which is Mickey, and they also have a Hades, who is 9-1 and 11.
I mean, if I'm looking at the Warlords draft, and like with an Odin, super hard to kill. Lancelot, Mickey. Hades, if you don't kill him fast enough, he's just gonna keep coming back.
And you can
Geb
shell the Hades while he's in his ult. You can double shell it even. And heroism. You can triple shell the Hades in ult. You're not going to kill him easily.
And then you tie it all together with a nice little bow of that Chibalanque who just can press 3 and get CC immunity to get out of any situation.
Can press 4 and get an assist from the other side of the map.
Which is also a whole nother... Oh my god. Listen, X-Ball is like one of my least favorite carries to play into. Because I'm just like, can you stop blinding me? Stop putting the bedsheet over my eyes.
I do like being able to see. Big fan. As we see... Oracles.
Always seeing a fight.
We're not able to pick up the Oracles.
I see what you did there. What do you think they're trying to do here? Or do you think we might be seeing a gold?
A Hades shutdown would be massive here. They do get the Kali ult off here, and that will do the trick. Just enough. But they gotta survive after. Ooh. Oh, they actually get Lance off of that. Good Poseidon Whirlpool. The longer this game goes, the better Poseidon will be. Achilles is way up in here. Thorns is gonna proc. Ult's out.
Oh, I love me a Thorns. Come on.
Good Geb triple knock up there. Afro is going to fall to Odin if he continues to chase. He backs off. Shebalanque is pinging Achilles.
That world.
Oracles can turn this around. Oracles can turn this around as long as they get close enough. They have the sustain from Aphrodite. They are not as unhealthy as they look. And that is an easy kill. Danny. Oh, nice, Danny! From way downtown. Oh, I'm telling Danny's got to have a good set for the Oracles to win. You have to be able to diff this enemy duo lane if you're the Oracles. That was a good play. That was spicy. Hopefully Achilles will be able to defend Hades and Lancelot, because if not, they're toast. Ooh, jumps over it. Just enough time.
I I am liking the fact that the Oracles saw that they swung that fight super hard in their favor and said, let's take a gold, and now look at that gold difference again. It is dead on. Just like I was talking about. These teams are going to be neck and neck until that Fire Giant, until that one fight that settles the whole game, and I am here for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, we're looking at some of these builds. Like I said,
Let me see. Let me peep some of them.
we got the
I'm
Afro
liking these.
Prophetic Cloak. It's getting stacked. It's taking a little bit longer to stack than when Jimmy was on Ardeo, because, you know, Ardeo is constantly hitting people, so that makes sense.
If I know Chimmy, he's gonna get that stacked. It's just the question of when. But I'm also looking at the Soul Laners builds. I love them. I definitely like the double Frostbound. Love that item. The Junglers builds are definitely interesting. With the Lancelot build, you're seeing a little bit more early aggression.
Good patience by the Achilles to get that ult off here.
Ooh, but I don't know if he gets out.
That's a
the
great Poseidon ult! Splish splash! I was taking a bath, and now Kuma is bathed in blood from this Kali. Hoo, 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 hoo. That stun into Kali. Achilles and Kali combo is going to be feasting this game.
This is just...
Oh, going after it and gets it, the triple kill. Azuli is on a killing spree.
This is so insane. Oh my god.
All this just for Hades to walk up and get a double. Oh, Hades can steal this and get a triple with it. Oh no. Oh no, you better. They don't know. They don't know.
We might be seeing a quad.
Oh, is he not going for it? He's not going for the steal. He's just going to... Wow! That was a misplay by Numb there for how good they've played all set long. I think you can just be ready to blink ult the Fire Giant and steal it, to be honest. You know Poseidon ult's down. Going after Poseidon now does take the Fire Giant off of the opposing mid laner. Oh, what's up, Pelly? No, I wasn't talking trash on you, Pelly. I was saying I'm really bad at pronouncing things. Because I kept calling Kali. I was like, I did the same thing with Pelly and Pele because my hearing's bad.
Look, as someone who actually went to like speech impediment stuff and back in school, I understand your pain.
Yeah, dude. Dude, when I go to the doctors, the ENT, ear, nose, and throat, the doctors bring in their med students to be like, look at this guy's ear. It's whack. You're never going to see stuff like this. That's how bad it is. Lancelot going in at Hachiman. A lot of sustain from this Afro. Afro getting a ton of work this game. Ooh, just enough speed to get away from Lancelot. Turns around, pings the dome. Aegis comes out. Shizu gets a kill. And Danny dies. Achilles goes past the lance and not able to land the execute.
Oh! That was such a beautiful play from Gab there.
Alternate timeline, Hades. Nah, this might be cooked. I don't know if you can kill a Hades twice.
This is such an insane game. Oh my god. This is Smite in its peak. This is peak Smite here.
Oh, good stun. Good knockup, but Hades just gonna heal. Yeah, I don't know if you can kill a Hades twice. That's gonna be a tall task.
I mean, killing Hades once with all of that behind him, already a hard ask. Killing him while he has alternate timeline, giving him more time to have all of his friends show up again. You have a better luck to jumping off a cliff. Like that is just the coordination the coordination the Oracles have to put in to shut down the Hades has to be on point.
That is
they cannot falling to the Warlords. You'll love to see it.
Dead even game again. That was a great play from Tony Cheese. And his heart sank as soon as he saw it didn't kill him. He was like, wait a minute, I'm autoing. He's at 0. Oh, alternate timeline. No. Especially with how far apart some of these late game team fights can be, the alt timeline can be up very often. Taking a look at player damage, we see Hades, Lance, all of the Oracles, the Warlords, Jimmy. So it's not a lack of damage from these Oracles. Ooh, they do not land the stun. They get the jump, though. And they don't even have to use any ults for it. Just a good pick onto Hyperior under that mid tower. But here's Lance. Oh, they don't see Lance behind. Callie blinks out, but Afro has no blink. Afro doesn't have a blink. Help your girl out.
Jimmy
Big
Jimmy
Poseidon
Woo!
mode.
Oh my
Good
god.
shell, great shell. Amazing shell.
Great depth
oh, he's so
shield.
low. Jimmy kills then. And they stop.
Oh.
They cancel the Geb ult, but then Shizu just double taps. And that is brutal.
Peak smite, peak smite, peak smite. Like, this is insane to watch.
Quadra kill.
Oh
none.
my god.
I was
These teams are
unfamiliar
going
with this.
off.
I was unfamiliar with this side of Shizu.
Like, his support already insane. I didn't know he could do this though.
Well, I knew it on I knew his Agni was good. I knew his some of his other picks were good. I haven't seen this on. He's just pulling out gods I haven't seen him play before, so I'm just very shocked. But, you know, a lot of more people have Hades in the bag than I know, apparently, because
I mean, it's just one of those gods.
He's been played twice today, and it was absolutely nutty both times. However much anti-heal this team has, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
Well, they got Envenomed and a Divine Ruin that they got really late. No Contagion, no Pesty, no Horrific Emblem. They need more.
Do we
They
have a
need
team?
drastically more. This is a ludicrous lack of anti-heal.
Like, there should at least be a Pesty. There should at least be a Contagion.
Or some
I'd argue
anti-shield. Some anti-shielding, too.
An erosion.
Good Aegis. Good Aegis. Oh, and the ult will take down Zen. Zen's not having his best set. I mean, he's still doing great, 11, 7, and 10, but we're just used to, 11, 1, and 10, so...
Yeah, we're used to seeing double quadra Zen, not But like just a little poke and prod at him. He's a homie in my eyes. But this is peak smite here. Just the goal difference is so close. These fights keep swinging back and forth, back and forth.
All
The objectives are
down.
always being at the risk of being taken by either team, and not just like, oh, it's guaranteed it's Oracles or it's guaranteed it's Warlords. This is what competing is about.
They're starting
right
it, but wow, right before EFG. If they can burn this is actually a fairly solid value, but here's going to be Odin nearby, blinks in, going after Aphrodite, but here comes Geb. Geb ult doesn't hurt the fire giant, guys, and Achilles is up in their business now. Does not land the execute on the Odin. I can bet you $100 right now that they did not know that Geb ult doesn't hurt or affect fire giant at all.
I'm gonna double check that because I might be tripping.
It doesn't. It only affects gods. It doesn't even hurt minions.
Yo, Google. Oh my god.
Should have just hit the knock up there.
Just
I think the Oracles secure it anyway with their amount of secure, but
I mean, you have Poseidon.
Here comes Lancelot, right on top of Aphrodite. Gets a good knockback there, and they get Lance ult down. But the Warlords will pick up this Fury. They drop it again. Ult clips Xbalanque and Odin. Doesn't
Looking
really
like
do
a fight
ton to
call
them.
was made.
Execute. Oh, no execute ready yet. Doesn't have the ult. Is gonna get caught in the Hades ult. There's the execute, and it does not land. Good knockback. Dude, Jimmy's afro is absolutely nutty today. Oh my god.
I don't know who to root for. Both these teams are playing out of their minds.
Good follow-up by Callie here. They have no pyro bombs, but they do have 2 auto attackers. That bird gone. They should go for the end here.
Are we gonna
Can they?
see-
That's the ult down. They just gotta let Hachiman. Hachiman killed Kuma. Oh, it's over. That's game 2, baby.
Oh my god.
Woohoo! Brother,
Oh, this
that's
is
all
a
it takes
hell of a-
sometimes. You give up. You go, hey, EFG is spawning in 30 seconds. They're not gonna pull Fire Giant. Gone. Game gone. The survivability from that Afro gameplay. Chef's kiss, Chimichangun, my goat. And look at that. Even 27, 27, 22, 25. This is the Oracles at their best. Peak team gameplay. A complete lack of wards from anybody besides Chimmy usually, but peak team gameplay.
It just. This is beautiful.
Dude, you know what this is? I think this is the first playoff set this season that hasn't been a sweep.
You know what? I am glad to be here for it.
Of course, it's the one that starts latest at night. Thanks, guys.
It be like that sometimes, but guess what? We're locked in. We're ready to go.
I'm ready to roll.
Line that bitch up.
Woo-hoo-hoo! All right. Let's spectate. Spectate.
Now, I'm thinking in terms of like the draft that they will have to accommodate for. I think we're going to. We didn't. Wow. So we see the Kali got banned, but I'm not seeing an Aphrodite ban. Do you think we're going to see it get walked back?
I think they should absolutely play Aphrodite again. If an Odin didn't stop it, ain't nothing gonna stop that.
Like, oh, this is a pick I don't see Chimmy on. Yeah, I did see
Taking
that
the
coming
Geb.
though.
I think that
Yellow.
Almighty Smiter had been playing Geb well this set, and we also know that that's like the main support that Almighty Smiter plays. But here's the thing: we didn't see. I mean, we could see a role swap. As great as Shizu has been in mid, could go back to support and just play Terra.
I mean,
in which case,
you
Geb has a bit of a rough matchup into Terra sometimes.
I like me some Terra. Ooh, but I'm
I
liking
hate Terra.
this.
I hate playing into Terra. It's one of the worst gods to play. Every time you try to casual queue and pick Atlas, boom, Terra. Horrible. Hunbats. Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Chimichangun, Cloak of the Magi's.
Oh, that's foul. I'd love it.
You can't cleanse if you're feared too. Cloak of the Magi's, heroism.
Are we gonna see a Gilgamesh solo? That's not a god you see there very often, but I am here for it. Give me those weird picks. I love to see it. Oh, Osiris versus Gilgamesh for your solo lane. Just his chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Just who can beat... It's just the question of who can beat up who better.
I think that Awilix is very solid into a lot of these picks. I like it a lot. Osiris tries to use the classic, ult away. Bring him back in, baby.
Now, I will say, I like these top three from both these teams. You see, obviously, on the side of the Warlords, pretty good CC. You have a pretty good box with the Osiris. You have a Hunbots, which is just a classic case of, oh, hey, just you're not playing the game for the next 2 seconds. Have fun. X-Ball's always a great ADC to be locked in, but then you look at the Oracles, and you have a Geb, you have a Gilgamesh, you have an Awilix.
All of that is an easy combo to play. And not only is it a great combo, it's a support you're taking away from Almighty Smiter. I love that combo of a pick.
And we're about to see it get so much worse with that Poseidon.
And that's Agni. That is what I was expecting previously. That's a real American pick coming out of Shizu here. Shizu playing one of his actual like main characters this time, and I like it a lot. I think its stun has a lot of potential. The other team has a lot of leaps, like Awelix can jump away out of the combo, but Poseidon might be toast.
I mean, oh, the Kuzenbo. Oh no, David, get out of my games.
This might be a role swap. That might be Almighty Smiter in mid on Agni.
I mean, an Agni is a great mid pick, got a good escape, has really great team fight synergy. You can just kind of slap an Agni anywhere, and they're going to do work. The Kuzenbo, though, I mean, obviously with my time having...
That's a Donzo Burrow, baby!
I know a certain someone's fist pumping right now, seeing that god get locked in.
You know,
You love to see it. Oh, I know you do.
Okay, it is, in fact, Almighty Smiter Kuzenbo, as we expected, but Danny about to get in his rocket. You know Danny loves to get in his rocket.
Oh, I'm loving this. I love this so much.
There's a lot of counterplay potential for the Donza ult. If Kuzenbo just pre-ults it, that can be really good. We'll see. I think Geb blink. If Chimmy does not get blink, I will be very sad.
Like
not first. It doesn't have to get it first, but blink one of his 2 relics. Geb blink ult, Poseidon ult. Pure cinema. Geb blink ult. Geb blink knockup. Awelix ult. Pure cinema. Works every time.
I mean, I'm not even gonna argue that. Like, that's like a cardinal sin, not getting blink on Geb. Like, huh?
You see people who
what
don't.
What do you mean?
You see a lot of people who don't. Yeah. Ares without blink, I can accept because Ares likes to get in. He gets the increased movement speed from his chain. So you could be like, okay, you theoretically could be like, in a lot of team fights, I'm in there already. I still think blink is absolutely necessary on Ares because you can catch people off guard with the blink ult.
You know I love me an Ares, but
yeah. Geb, I think Geb really needs blink. Just like it's too slow without it. It's just too slow.
That is true, but this is I do like that we're seeing the Poseidon again, but into this comp, I'm very concerned about it because like Osiris just dumps on your head, and like you have to get him off of you. And if you get the Osiris away, guess what? You have a Hunbot immediately.
I'm concerned about Agni stuns just murdering Poseidon. Very concerned about that for Tony.
That too. I mean, like, if Shizu's playing out of his mind like he was on that Hades on this Agni, we're about to see everyone just getting stun locked, and it's not going to be fun. But I mean, I as a old teammate of both Danny and Chimmy's, I love seeing them on these picks. It's going to be great. I'm excited to see how they perform. It's just I'm here for this. I am here for all of this.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm really hoping it's gonna be a very back and forth, just like the last game was, because that was just it was so fun to witness.
I'd be okay with a quick game to get this set moving along.
That's fair. That's valid.
Just to make this not loud. It is a best of 5. We still got max 3 games left, minimum 2 games. You know, we could have a 15-minute surrender here. All right.
Yeah, you got a point, and we're getting loaded in now. Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby.
And everyone's
that your reward for winning the set is playing the Knights in the finals.
Yep. Just scouting out my competition, you know, seeing what I need to.
Okay, there we go.
All right, appreciate you for that, Blaine.
You know. You know.
I know.
Just waiting
I
on
know
the
you
ball,
want
it's
it.
fine. I was doing a Jackbox games with the boys the other day, and one of the lines was "You bouncing on it like hun bats," because of this skin and where he's just hopping on the baguette.
Yeah, it's a good one. Man, I love me some Jackbox. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's a
Ooh,
fun
I'm
time.
liking these. I'm liking these builds already, though. Both supports running by my go-to of Benevolence. I love that item. It's so good. It's so undervalued. Axe on both solo laners, looking like they're going the Axe Frostbound build, which again, chef's kiss. The only build I'm noticing that's different is the backliners. You see the Poseidon and the Agni going for one is going Conduit, while the other's deciding to go Sands of Time, while the other one's going Hunter's Cloak. And I mean, X-Ball with Death's Toll is just kind of like a hood classic. You know, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I definitely like not going Prophetic Cloak on Geb.
He just doesn't proc it very well. Like, don't get me wrong, if the game goes long enough, you'll get your stacks, but it's just like, it's so difficult.
Also, Geb late game is so good anyway, it's like, you don't really need the extra benefit of the Prophetic Cloak to dominate late game as Geb. Like, if you're not having a good time as a Geb late game, why are you playing the god? Like,
I mean, just
that's the entire benefit of the character is, haha, late game, press 3, teammate doesn't die. Yeah.
Oh, is that 3 people in a little ball? Press 4, look at them, they're all dead now.
He did get Shell, so I'm hoping next relic is Blink. I like not going Blink. Going Blink first is very risky on Geb. You have to be very confident to play that. I do that sometimes, but I don't recommend it.
Like, if you're feeling yourself, go for it. But, like, in a moment like this, the Shell first is a great call.
Yeah. All right. 1-1. This is game 3. Let's see what's Hip Hop happening.
Love it. Seeing Geb already taking some sizable poke. I mean, with Kuzenbo and his Nenes, X-Ball and his Bolas, that's just going to be a given.
And Geb early game isn't that great to begin with, so I think Jimmy Drango needs to be very careful here.
I mean, if I know Chimmy, he's going to be, but at the same time, if he can smell the blood, he's going to be swimming for it, you know?
Swimming for it's crazy. Agni's just chilling. Gets the knockup. A Wheelix is very low here. Ooh. I feel like if Agni dashed at a Wheelix, it could have gotten the kill there.
I mean, you did have the risk of the Poseidon potentially turning, but I mean, that's great poke on a Wheelix. Could be
we haven't seen Shizu turn away all set. He's been going in.
Oh, that monkey bounce. That I forgot that bounces.
It never
mostly
stops.
Mostly because we banned that.
I don't like using Kuzenbo dash like that.
I mean, maybe in solo, but like here, just save it.
Yeah, you got a Chevalanke. You're gonna clear the wave. Save it for pushing people. Oh, X-Ball in a little bit of trouble over here. And guess who heard that?
No. Oh, the dinner bell's
spots out
wrong.
Poseidon. Blinks on him. Poseidon pushes him away. He's got nothing for that, though. Zin gets first blood on Tony Cheese.
Great
You get to these
relic.
semifinals, and basically everybody's an all-star at this point. There's 5 in this game.
That's crazy. I mean, hey, first time for everything.
In the previous game, there was 5 in that one too, I think. Wait.
You got...
No, there was 4. There was 4 in the previous one. It's a lot of all-stars. That's... the only one all-star was not in the semifinals. That's how top heavy it was.
Just a little farther on that push on, and that could have been a potential pick on Geb. You hate to see it.
I was never worried for Geb. Every support player knows the range of that. Of course, Shimmy is a support player for sure.
I mean, he's definitely a support player.
He's one of the few
among
support
players.
mains. He's one of the few support mains in the league. Uh-oh. Does get the blue camp. Ults away. I'm surprised Awelix didn't ult that. Awelix had ult. That would have been the perfect situation to just kill the solo laner there. Oh well.
I'm like as the solo laner vibe. I'm like 90% sure you are CC immune during the entire animation. From like,
Are you?
You get like
Osiris?
the first like second where you like start jumping, but once you're in the air, you're CC immune until you land.
The more you know. I've just seen people get pulled out of Osiris ult before, so I thought he must not be CC immune.
It's
I
like
guess
a
he does
two-frame
get an
punishment
animation.
stat.
Yeah, that's a good point. See, none of us know everything. I knew that Geb ult doesn't affect Fire Giant. I don't know the CC status of Osiris ult.
I had to Google that, and you know, there you go. Hey, we're learning stuff on this Smite stream.
Yeah. Nothing is worse than being a Geb player and trying to steal a Fire Giant by yourself and ulting it and then realize you did literally no damage to the Fire Giant. It's a sad feeling. We've all been there at least one point. Every Geb player has done that.
I mean, I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. Like, it's okay though.
I've done it before.
We
That's
listen.
how I know. That's how I know it doesn't do damage.
we listen and we don't judge.
I'm pretty sure Sylvanas is the same way. Geb gets a lot of damage taken out on him here. Wasn't able to put him into a wall though. 2-1 start for the Warlords as they have a nice 700 gold lead to go along with it.
I mean,
Just
if we're looking at the gold per minute, we're definitely
3 over
seeing
2
that,
over here. Geb's really low. Geb has ult though. Wheelix not able to hunt the Chevelonke. Oh, stuck there. Man, they got neither. You know what they say? You hunt for 2 birds. You or 2 of something. Sometimes you don't get.
But we do see a pick occur in mid.
Yeah.
Tony Cheese falling to Shizu. That
The usual duo lane gank rule is go after the supports. It becomes a little different when it's later in the game. Unless they calmed about it, hunting the support is usually the rule. Osiris ulting away from Gilgamesh.
well timed on that ult, I might add.
Just enough. And Shizu has a 2-level lead on Tony G's in the mid lane. $1,300 gold lead here for the Warlords. 6 minutes in. Whew, thank you all for watching late on a Sunday night as we go through our second best of 5 of the day. As they were scheduled back to back, of course. Gilgamesh punches Osiris into the wall here. Gets a lot of return damage though.
I was gonna say, don't get mad at me for the scheduling. I'm sorry, I just show up.
That's more than a lot of people do.
That's a crazy but true statement.
So it's more than what a lot of people do. They zone around the BDK, but they don't go for it.
I'm
I
surprised
had a good
we
time today.
haven't.
I watched some. Kuzenbo not really able to displace him enough there. I played some Tunic. If you haven't played Tunic, I would highly recommend it. It's a very fun game.
See, I've been doing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds recently.
That's
I'm
valid.
trying to prep
my
up
whole
for.
crew's been on that game. I haven't really gotten into it just because I've been like playing other games. But
Same.
there's a whole squad that's been rolling up on that game for a while now.
Been preparing for Arch-Tempered Ray now.
Nice. Awelix hunting around. Danza going under tower! And we've seen this before. Danny hunting under a tower and paying the price. Zin gets Diamond King on the other side of the map. And that was just 2 unfortunate plays for the Oracles. Back to the grave.
You hate to see it. Danny, I'm sure he's feeling bad about that. Just got a little cocky. He was sure of it, but just buttons didn't quite pan out the way he wanted to. But you hate to see Zen show up on your solo laner.
You hate to see it. It's not surprising, though. Good ult knock-up there. Hunbat's ult might save him. Good setup.
Oh.
Will make it a 1 for... Wow, he got out.
What?
He got out.
He lit the madman.
He got out, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but he got out. Gilgamesh trying to get this Agni. Good shell from Kuzenbo. Gilg's just gonna wait it out. Oh, tried to go get the Poseidon. Gets enough that Kuzenbo is able to clean it up. Almighty Smiter's been having a good set today. I gotta say
that is, I will give him that. He's been having a great. He's been performing well.
He's been having about as good as a game as you could possibly expect from him, and that's all you can ask for from any of your teammates. Honestly, like, you know, a lot of matchups, it's not whether Jason Tatum or, you know, Donovan Mitchell goes off harder. It's does Ty Jerome or Peyton Pritchard drop 30 on you as well. You see, Gilga ult comes out on Osiris.
But we do see the Wheelix over here as well.
He still has ult. He's gonna use it.
And see, that's why Osiris is such a pain to deal with.
Unlike last game, though, this point last game, Danny had a 2-level lead. He's not enjoying that this game. He is not enjoying the 2-level lead. Good Hunbat's ult sends Diamond King back to the fountain. Wheelix is gonna have to blink under the tower. Geb's nearby.
Good.
Not sure if that's gonna do the job here.
We might be seeing a BK picked up here soon. It will be spawning soon. We are seeing like a 3v3 kind of being postured here on the solo side of the map. They're kind of looking at a Wheelix. They're kind of looking at BDK. I think we're just trying to calm out what the call is, what we're trying to do here.
Well, we know what Kuzenbo wants to do. Truly one of the BDK attacks of all time. All right, 10 minutes into this game, the gold lead is kind of stabilized here. It bounced up a couple of times, but it's been steady since about 8-minute mark.
Kind of feel like I'm watching the last set again. At least when I got here. But yeah, definitely feel like this game is a little bit of a slower pace. We're seeing the Warlords with a pretty dominant start, but
gold lead, you reach, I teach. You can't be using your dash like that, baby.
Oh,
that's how a Wheelix gameplay goes.
That was disgusting. Oh my god. I just watched a war crime live on stream, guys. And we're seeing a Gold Fury get picked up here.
Gilgamesh
like
is nearby. Hunbat's ult comes out, takes down Chimichangun. Gold Fury is still on Kuzenbo, so it hasn't been dropped. Now it is dropped. Gilgamesh ult not enough to dissuade Agni from this fight. Kuzenbo is at half, but so is a lot of other members of the Oracles here. Gilgamesh is back here. Oh, nice bait into the Poseidon ult. Gilgamesh back to the fountain. Osiris is hunting down Danzaburo. Gets a good... Oh, he's not going to be able to track Danza during all that. Here comes Osiris. Hits the ult. Nice play from Kuma. You know, we're so used to seeing him... Oh, Shizu. Okay. We're so used to seeing Kuma ult away from things. You kind of forget that it can be used towards people. And he lands it.
Honestly, and I'm just speaking from experience, Osiris ult is one of the most undervalued, overbloated abilities in the game.
So well, because people miss it.
That's true. That is very true. But that ability is insane. And you love to see the Warlords immediately picking up that Gold Fury.
And also, you can't apply it to a lot of people like a lot of other ults can't hit multiple people. So
You're right. But with if you hit that one person where it matters, it just turns the whole fight in your favor.
Yep.
I mean, what is it now? 40% cooldown reduction, where you're basically set back to no items of cooldown.
Yeah.
You get full passive again, so you get like 40% attack speed, like 10 of each prot. It's insane. And it's
And
a
a little slap on the butt just to make you feel good.
Exactly, you already know.
Because you got everything else at that point. Here comes the Hun Bats. Gets the kill on Azuli. Lots of ult. Tony Cheese gets Kuma. They're jumping after Hun Bat. Oh, good Gilga ult. Will they be able to secure the kill? They do. Tony Cheese, double kill. Good setup there by Diamond King. Agni's still around the corner, though. Have to watch out. Stuns Gilg. Gilg's A-okay, though. Oh, we already know Danny's gonna be rolling up on somebody.
This is classic Oracles. They can smell the blood.
Yeah, Diamond King was playing with fire there. Got absolutely cooked by Shizu, and now Danny's going in. Ooh. Some relics used by Danny. Yeah, this is... I don't know. I wouldn't want to conga line 1v1 into a bunch of Agni's 1v1s. Like, that's just... no. I would rather 2v1 that guy and then go home. Like, ugh. Tough to see. Level 16, not the fight I would be picking. Awelix doing Awelix things over here and gets the kill. That's the full combo. But lost in all that is the fact that Azuli is behind Hyperior in levels right now.
You wouldn't have even noticed.
You wouldn't have noticed because he just 100 to 0'd him because of Awelix, but... Oh, brother. Oh, you had beads. Hyperior. Okay, Poseidon has to get hit by that Zendel and dies. Yeah, I do not like playing against a good Hunbats. I can tell you that much.
This is why we ban it every game now.
That's valid. I like playing Ymir into Hunbats. You just freeze him mid-ult. I call it, Musi coined the term when I did it one time. She called it, I think, Ymir no evil.
I mean, Musi's also the reason we ban that monkey every time now.
That's valid. A lot of his stuff is just very telegraphed. So, you know, like, the monkey's bouncing, you stun him, he can't teleport to it, you know. It's nice to have stuns into a Hunbats. Unfortunately, they don't. Good shell onto your Danza. Ooh, the ult only clips the Kuzenbo. Danza's running around the corner, gets clipped by the monkey. But Azuli kills Kuma on the other side of the map. Gets back up to level 15, equal level to Hunbats. You know, nothing is more smite than a 8-3-3 jungler being an equal level to a 3-3-1 jungler.
I mean, that is smite to a T.
Nothing can summarize it better.
Like I said before, peak smite. Look at this.
Good stretch. Yeah, this is more of a gold lead, but it's very slow. Nothing drastic here. The XP lead is more concerning, to be honest. Level 18.
Oh yeah, that is insane.
Kind of hard to kill level 18.
I mean, at level 18 Agni alone, terrifying. Make him level 18 with basically almost a full item above your other backliner. Oh god.
I'd rather fight a fed mid laner than a fed solo laner like SDF though. Ooh, there's the beads. Should just disengage now. Gotta just disengage.
I mean, get your poke, get your damage, do what you can.
Oh, bad Gebel, Chimney. Unfortunate.
I see what he was trying to do there, but it just did not work out in his favor.
Diamond King falls to Zen. Zen on a killing spree here. And they're not going to stop.
Not to be that guy. When is he not?
Good point. And now, ooh, Danza gets stunned. Danza's stunned. Danza taken down. Invisible. Forever. Now in the fountain. Azuli's under the tower with Geb. Oh my goodness. That's another Agni Bomb coming. That should shut him down. Nice shut down for Azuli here. Kuzumbo. I don't know why Kuzumbo didn't go after a Helix there. It's not like the tower is going to kill you. You have a Gauntlet,
I think,
Sov, and Pridwin. Like,
I think a backup call was made, and I think he just listened to that. Whether
I don't think Almighty Smiter has the green light to dive and then extract himself like some people do. That's valid. He probably heard backup and was like, "All right, that's me. We got to go get a Gold Fury."
I mean, we're seeing a Beacon get picked up here. I mean, Beacon Bird. You know, it's a classic.
Beacon Bird. They got some damage here on Osiris, but not exactly a squishy opponent. And Zen 100 to 0's Azuli. Diamond King does get Hyperior though, but he's gonna fall to Zen again. A double kill again. Zen just 12 kills. See, this is more what I expect from a Warlords team. Jumping in Poseidon, taken down by Shizu. Danza's taken down. Unstoppable now is Zen. And this could very well be a D-side! And a Gold Fury.
Wait, did I count that wrong? Was that a triple for Zen, or was that a quadra?
It was a delayed triple, so it was a double. The third kill did not count as a triple, but he got 3 in that fight.
You hate to see it. Yeah, that's a free bird getting not bird. That's a free Fury getting picked up. Beacon is still an option on the map. I don't. Or is that a visual bug? I'm pretty sure that's visually bugged.
They just they're on it.
Oh, okay. We're seeing it get picked up now. I'm just call me Helen Keller. I apparently can't see.
Yeah. Oh.
We do see Azuli lurking.
I heard a Zen ult there. Zoning out Azuli. And we have another pause. Okay.
What do you think the reason for this pause is, my friend?
Diamond King DC'd.
Oh, you hate to see it. Fix your internet, nerd.
Oh, Dame. Oh, dude, he just came back after a blood clot and Dame killed his Achilles. Oh, no. I think bro's just old. I think he should retire.
Time to hang it up.
I love the man. I think he's a great player, but that's crazy. I think he's cooked by injuries at this point. Would it be a smite set without multiple DCs? Okay, looks like Diamond King's back. It doesn't look like it from the stat line, but he's been having a good game.
I mean, if I know anything about Diamond, he's a very consistent player, and he's capable of making plays. It's just into this Warlords lineup with their current gods on roster, he's got to work really hard to make those plays work for what they need him to do here.
Yeah. He's not getting the last hits, but he's setting stuff up. I mean, there's plenty of times where his ult was the only reason they killed Zen.
We do see Azuli kind of lurking on this side, maybe looking at your boy Hyperior again. That's foul! No!
He'll live. He just missed one too many autos there while he had him in that purple camp zone.
Oh, that's not us catching him doing that to him live on camera. That's crazy.
Well, you see a Wheelix sitting in a camp. You know they're gonna do something. They're not just sitting there to wait for a
Sit,
timer.
Azuli just sitting there, rubbing his hands together, licking his lips like, oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Like a fly.
Oh, Geb's getting a little hurt here. Still able to live out that. We're
Good
seeing
job by Danny there. It's not often you survive a 4-level up Hunbat's ulting you.
I mean, he did it. Lost his relics for it, though, but we also are seeing...
You trade that. You trade those.
I mean, relics for your life? I pick my relics every day of the week.
Poseidon's really low here.
But he's looking... a pretty good stack of
Kuzenbo
bolts.
didn't go for Poseidon there. Kind of a strange choice. Going after the Geb instead, and Hyperior will pick up Diamond King. A Wheelix, stunned, gunned, double kill for Hype.
Oh, that's... We are seeing Osiris playing super far up here.
Creating space for this Fire Giant call.
Oh
If he
yeah,
even
that
knows
makes
it's
sense.
happening. He might just be playing Smite up there.
I mean, you know, he might be. I don't know.
He might just be playing Smite up there. You never know.
He's just doing what us soul laners do. You shut your brain off. You run at people.
Hunbat
You let your
skills
team worry
Danny.
about the problems.
That's first Fire Giant, and this is a gold lead now. It's gonna be 9k after this Pyro. Disgusting. Ooh, let's take a little look-see at player damage here.
You know,
Yeah, that's
let's
a
look
lot
at them
of
numbers.
that's a lot of Agni. 27.
Oh.
Goodness. Oh. Oh. God damn.
Throwing. Oh, that's crazy. He's throwing down more damage than
A
therapy
mage does
right
not
now,
normally
like-
do more than 1k per minute at this point of the game. Normally, when they do more than 1k per minute, it's because of late game damage, not 23 minutes in damage. Gilgamesh stunned out here.
a good
Hunbat's
drop kick,
ulting
but I-
only gets the Geb, but, you know, it's always nice to get the Geb. Good ult stun! Oh my gosh. My brother does not have CCDR.
That man was stunned for his entire life. I think
Yes,
Poseidon's
sir.
gonna get out though. You'll love to see it. Aw, Danny falling behind though. Gets out at the nick of time before Judgment Tether catches him with the stun. I think we are going to see Chimmy sadly fall to Shizu as a Gilgamesh ult falls out, catching Shizu with Diamond King. Hell yeah.
All right, that's a turnaround. With Fire Giant, as Musi calls it, the lose a team fight buff. But the duo lane picks up the Oni field.
Lose a team fight buff is crazy. I need to start using that one.
Dude, like the 22-minute Fire Giants, every team that gets it always does something stupid and loses right after. I'm telling you. Like, they always, like, not
mean-
loses the game, but, like, loses the buff. They lose a team fight right after and don't, like, get a ton off of it, usually.
I ain't trying to point fingers, but we might have done that ourselves earlier.
You have done it many times, yes.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't even fight that.
Hey, it's a product of getting
we
so many Fire Giants. It's not always a bad thing.
suffering from success, dare I say.
Yeah. It's like, you know, the Season 2 Ninjas gave up a lot of objectives, but that's because we pulled a lot of objectives, you know? You can't lose an objective you don't pull, you know? As we see a Wheelix going after Agni here. Oh, gets ulted in, dashes away. Man, that was a quick 180 on the cam. Oh my goodness. That was precise.
He is locked in.
Like, normally
Doesn't
when I
catch
180, my camera's a little, like, wiggle after I do it. That was quick.
We're not going to talk about my 180s. We are not going to talk about my 180s. My 180s look like someone with Parkinson's.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be. It do
All
be.
of my highlights, my cameras go like the closer I get to like the more kills, it just starts to go.
Wait, we got highlights? I didn't know that.
I do.
Hell yeah.
You might not. Gambles gets jumped on. Hyperior killing.
Oh, great double stun, but Zen is there to facilitate and gets that kill for Hype onto Chimmy.
The
R.I.P. the
dual lane
president.
does
He'll be
still have the
back
fire
up.
giant.
They do. I didn't even notice that. Good catch.
Do it for 180.
We're looking like we're seeing a pyro getting called here. But we might also be seeing the entirety of the Oracle's roster, minus Jimmy. Maybe making a... No, they're just going to grab their farm where they can. Gonna let the pyro fall to Warlords. Probably the best call there.
Yeah, I agree. I love Kuzumbo's backing animation. It's hilarious.
The dance is just too goated for that character, Loki.
I'm a big fan.
As am I.
All right, we see a Wheelix at the enemy speed camp. Not a ton to do until this fire giant starts up. You would like to see some wards being placed. They place a sentry.
Yeah, I know Chimmy's warding, but I don't.
I know Jimmy's warding.
I'm not seeing enough wards, and that kind of upsets me.
Kuma's warding too.
Kuma's warding? Whoa!
Oh yeah. That's how you know it's a serious set.
That's how you know it's serious.
For sure. They are able to pick this up. The dual lane starts it. They use a pyro bomb on it. That's a choice. They're burning it down. It's not EFG, so I would understand pyro bombing for an EFG, but we'll see. Double pyro bombing! There was... Anyway. Osiris going in here. Geb ults down. I think that was Agni beads as well, and Geb will get absolutely obliterated there. We
did see that
by the Agni bomb.
We did see that random ult from Danny curve around and smack the Warlords behind. We saw that, Danny. Trust. Thankfully, he wasn't in the rocket.
Yeah, Kuma wards a lot, especially for a solo laner. It's Zen who never wards. They're going for the bird here, as we see Zen take out Azuli to the side, and now the bird's gone. They push Gilgamesh into the wall. Poseidon's nearby. He doesn't... Oh, his ult just came back up.
Is Poseidon going to be able to get out of here? Because we can see the Warlords kind of looking
Poseidon
at
just
him.
came back in. He backed and then went to the fountain.
That was...
Poseidon's probably going to ult over the wall here. Oh, Aegis, but Hyperior does not. Agni Aegis is down. They could be able to jump on him here.
That was a disgusting dropkick to
Ooh,
witness.
Gilga took so... Yeah, Gilga was running to try to dropkick Agni, but just died. And that's a good Geb ult onto Agni, but there's nobody close enough to follow up. And Danza is getting fried by Zen here. And they left the base. They might regret that. 3 members down after a initially successful base defense. They did lose 1 bird, but they pushed the Warlords out, and then they came back. And Hunbats has ult back up, so you know what that means. That means Geb dies.
You love how once late game hits, that 4 button just becomes a "you're dead" button. No, it becomes the face the wall.
Nice, nice. Oh, not able to get the Agni there. Tried to ult just for the damage increase, and then clip the Agni down, and that is a deicide for the Warlords. Tried to use the Wheelix tech, was not able to get it done.
R.I.P. a goat.
For real. $48,000 damage already for Shizu.
Yeah, that's insane. He is locked in. He is here to win a smite game.
For real,
And
for
those
real.
numbers prove it.
to win a Smite game.
I'm gonna ask a dumb question, Blaine. Could you pull up mitigation stats? I'm kind of curious as to which tanks
I don't know
are
if
tanking
I've
more.
ever been asked that one before. I got you.
Okay,
It's what you
yeah,
expect.
that's kind of what I was.
The tanks.
Yeah, I mean, I am shocked to see the Osiris tanking more than the Kuzenbo, but
It's a little odd, yeah, but Osiris has been in there. He's been zoning
I mean,
the enemy. Meanwhile, Kuzenbo has been on Shebalanke protection crew duty for most of this game. Oh,
still,
Poseidon.
both those-
Poseidon going for a play here. That happened.
No, sadly not.
They will get the bird. Agni's running. They get Diamond King as well. That's 3 members down of the Oracles. Titan might be next. It's only Danzaburo who just got hit by a wicked Osiris ult.
I think we are going to see the Warlord take game 3.
Deicide and Dagger in game 3 for the Warlords. 32 minutes in. Shizu did 56,000 damage, so that happened, and that will win you a ball game, folks.
That's oh my. I mean, I think we. So I'm gonna speak in terms of like stats here. Someone's got to do something about Shizu. We got to get a lockdown. Someone's got to sit on him longer. Like
Chimmy's got that Athena in the bag. I think that Athena is great for hunting down an enemy mid, but you do lose a lot when you no longer have a Geb or Afro and have an Athena instead.
I mean, it's that question of. I think this is a moment right here where the Athena is necessary.
Okay.
But like otherwise, the Oracles played wonderful. It's just we look at the stats here and we just realize that Shizu and Zen just got so fast that it's just like there was very little you could do. It's like a snowball rolling down a massive mountain. Starts small, but then as you get down more and more, you start realizing that it's the size of a fucking elephant.
Yeah. For how good of a set Shizu had, let me just pull up the stat sheet. Shizu did more damage this game than he's done in a single set all season. That's how fantastic this Agni game was for him.
He's playing out of his mind. He's got to be on a performance enhancer.
He's on Adderall, bro. He is on Adderall. This is 56,000 in a semifinal is insane, dude. Absolutely nutty.
And we're getting these are gross. Okay, so we're seeing Jimmy's getting the Afro. Love that. Cardi B getting locked in, and Ravana.
I like them having Ravana. Yeah, that's very nice. Ravana, Afro. Hard to kill those two. That's for sure.
But then you look at the other side, and we see the X-Balls coming back. The Kuzenbo's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that scares me is Zen. Mammon Brigitte.
At this point, I'm almost more scared of whatever Shizu locks in this set.
That it's gonna be a bloodbath. I can already feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone buckle in. We're about to witness a war crime.
All right. Syllaband.
That's a valid ban. Like, Chalk ban. Whoa. don't see that very often.
Oh, that's a Kuma ban. Chalk is very fit for Kuma's playstyle. I like Kuma Chalk a lot.
I mean, I like a Chalk too, but it's just not in my wheelhouse of it. Yeah, let's get that out of here. But I respect it. I mean, hey, if you're
also,
as a player
bands
able...
4 and 5, and there's only a solo laner in a, you have no idea what this man's gonna pull out in mid anymore.
We could see the Kuma Arthur, you know? We could see some crazy stuff tonight.
Yeah. So true. The Carther.
The Carther is crazy.
Because that's what most people call it.
You right. MLF getting banned.
It's the Giannis once again. I was gonna say, because like Jesus already excelled on 3 gods, and you only have 2 bans left, so you couldn't even ban everything he's played today. So I don't mind the Chalk ban. Giannis. Hovered.
Giannis. I do like the Giannis here with this team comp, though, because you can pull the bedsheet over their eyes and then send a Chris Kyle portal down the range, and suddenly everyone's in front of you.
That is
suddenly everyone's there.
Thing. I agree.
It's getting flashbang to Call of Duty.
Of course, for some people, maybe not being able to see would help them improve their Giannis dodging abilities.
I mean, hey, maybe we will see.
Instead.
I don't know.
Okay, they hovered Giannis for 3 business days.
It might have been like a you better be ready. It's gonna be showing up here soon type deal. But I do like and we see the Oracles instead pick up the Giannis. Okay. You know what? I got you. That's ours now.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a bait, and they're going to pick something that's good into Giannis.
I mean, we're going to see. I'm sure. I do see that Kuma is feeling himself with a Kukulkan pick, and I'm super excited to see how that performs.
I always love me a Kukulkan.
I mean, you had a teammate who slammed that god like they were them, so I understand completely. I mean, I love me a Kukulkan. A good Kukulkan and a great Kukulkan, though. Oh. So I'm excited to see. Big fan of those.
Shit, I can play Kukulkan. I love that god.
Some people can. I can't personally, but he's in my wheelhouse.
That's okay. He was basically the only solo laner I've ever played.
But I'm also curious as to what other picks we're going to see here. What's going to facilitate and finish that 5th and final slot for these 2 teams?
Cthulhu. The Cthulhu Kukulkan solo lane matchup is a classic.
That is indeed a classic. But we're seeing Shizu running back the Hades. Which, I mean, on one hand, great if you're on the Warlord. On the other hand, terrifying if you're seeing it from the Oracle's POV. They have got to get their anti-heal online early and fast.
Yeah. Oh, Tiamat. That's a new one.
Wolf, what are you doing here?
It's been Wolf Gamer all along.
It's a Smurf account. No. But man, I did not expect that coming out of Shizu, but I am here for it. Sign me up.
A good team up.
Wait a minute. Are we seeing Azuli is going back to mid?
Yep.
Okay, I see you.
Do a full 1A.
I mean, so I'm noticing that the Oracle's draft is very team fight oriented. The only big thing being like maybe not so much as the Afro, but like if the Afro is linked to the right person at the right time, turns the entire fight on its head.
For sure.
But then I'm also noticing that the Warlords draft is very brawly. They're trying to get in there. They're trying to make everyone scared. They're trying to make a problem for everyone else to deal with.
They got 3 divers, and one of their backliners could also be considered a diver. So it's gonna be crazy for sure.
I mean, I'd argue even if you're feeling yourself that degree, X-Ball is even a diver. Like,
no. X-Ball's not gonna. No.
It can be done.
The enthusiasm, though. Let's see what
Fun
we get
one.
here.
I can already feel it.
Mm-hmm. So true, bestie. We got Kuzumbo Mammon. It's gonna be some free damage setup. I don't know. Danny hasn't been able to feast as much as he would have liked, except for game 2, unfortunately.
You hate to see it. But I mean, maybe this game changes it. Maybe him switching to the Charybdis is what does it.
Yeah, couldn't have put on low delay spectator mode. A lot of CC immunity on the side of the Warlords. Kuzbo ult, Colin ult.
You have technically 6 different ways for them to get CC immunity, which is insane. That's just a
and the other team has an Aphrodite Robin, so it's like there's a lot of immunities this game.
We're gonna really be. It's gonna be the litmus test of who has more CC immunity.
Real. Oh, I'm so tired.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm sure everyone at home is grateful for sitting in and getting these casts off. We're grateful for it. I'm positive. I know I am.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see what we get here. Game 4 of this semifinal set between the Warlords and the Oracles. The Warlords have taken a 2-1 lead. This is a knockout set.
I mean, what else can be said? If the Warlords win this, they go to the finals. But if the Oracles can reverse sweep, we go to a Game 5 situation. Which
it wouldn't be a reverse sweep, but yeah.
I know what you mean, but like the words were there. I just didn't say them right.
Come back from the brink. Yeah. Backs to the wall. We'll see if they can do it. It's tough. It's really tough to be in an elimination game and have a great mental. Very few teams can do that. It's bad vibes usually. It's very bad vibes. There's a reason every set except for this one so far has been a sweep.
I mean, mechanics on point, build on point, but the one thing that can change the entire game is your mental.
Oh, 100%. Mentals might not win you a game, but they will 100% lose you a game. That's for sure. Especially teams that have appreciated a lot of success this season, back up against the wall, maybe not used to losing. It can be tough. Let's see what happens here. We got, okay, Danny finally got his relics here. Let's move this stuff around. Solo, jungle, mid, support, ADC. All right. This is the matchup. And they paused again? Dude.
Let me go bash my head against some concrete. Wait, let me know when it starts.
Yeah, if this goes to game 5, I might just go to sleep, bro. I only got 3 days to get I have installation drawings out this week.
You know, like
Any minute now. All right, first one to get a kill. The other team surrenders. Let's make this quick.
oh no. All I know is that whoever wins, I have to face, and then I'm gonna be stressing out. Oh no. Send Blaine, don't do this to me. Send help.
If it makes you feel any better, my bracket has been perfect so far, and well, let's just say that the team that has the number 1 seed has won every single finals, so
I mean, that's crazy, you know?
nothing to be worried about.
That's crazy.
I think every team should be confident going into their postseason sets, but if you're the number 1 seed, you should be confident going into every set. There's no reason you should ever feel down. Overconfident? Don't be overconfident. Like I should probably not be pulling out DeJolo in the finals. I'll just say that. But
don't remind me. I just forgot about it. Damn it.
but confident, yes.
We might see a Tungle. I don't know.
What's Tungle?
What's Tungle?
Oh, is that Trash Jungle? Oh, that's not Tungle. That's just trash, bro. All right. Game's unpaused. Let's see what we get here. Game 4, elimination game for the Oracles. Can they come back from the brink, or do they want to go to sleep? 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Let's see what happens. Minions are spawned in.
Camps are up. Let's see how they fare.
I really like the Afro gameplay from Chimmy. I think the Geb was not his best game. I think Geb is just very easy to kill in the right situations for the other team. Your positioning has to be perfect, or your team ahead, or you just have to, not be at the fights and sit in the back and not do anything. That also works.
It's very much
the battle
different.
Of two free lane clear ADCs, Charybdis and Shebalanke.
Oh, we're seeing a transform coming out of Kuma here. Maybe we're seeing some poke.
Well, this is how you play Cthulhu into Colon. You just don't.
You chill. You press 2 and you walk
You see
the
that
hell away.
transform and you walk away. Yeah. There's
Even
nothing
if you
wrong
don't see
with
the
sitting under
transform.
tower as Cthulhu for a couple of minutes. You're gonna have that late game strength anyway.
That is
mid lane. There's been a lot of action. A lot of first bloods have happened onto mid and jungles this set. Mammon goes in, gets a stun on Giannis. Robin's there. Ooh. Gotta be careful. That's
that was
a
a little
little bit
scary.
of extra sauce that a Mammon brings to a game. The ability to go inside a teammate is just so cringe. Okay, another transform here. Just gonna dash away. Ooh, does not land the push to get the stun. Cthulhu's taking a ton of damage here. Oh my god.
Mama derogatory. Ninja, you can't be saying that.
No, I agree. Ninja could say it for sure.
We're just giving her the pass. That's crazy.
Mammon definitely has the Mammon. Sorry, Ninja definitely has the Mammon derogatory pass.
The mama pass is crazy.
Yeah,
I love
dude.
it. Hey, that's great. Oh,
She looks just like a short Mammon. She's gonna hate me for that one.
Oh, that. Oh no, I can only imagine.
I love you, Ninja.
Alright,
we see under tower.
might be
Yep,
seeing
that's
some
what you do
action.
when Zen ganks you in solo. Just go back under the
Yep.
tower. Thing is, there's a blue camp coming up, and you just backed. Blue camp gone.
I mean, we do see him building breastplate. That'll cover his mana sustain for camp.
Yeah, that
do
camp
lose the
gone.
XP.
That camp gone,
But-
brother.
Just you have 10% cooldown. You have some mana sustain. Just play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta go nutty.
You gotta go nutty. Until late game. Oh, those team fights on Cthulhu feel good. Let me tell you.
I mean, looking at this comp, it's disgusting what those late team fights hit. Because imagine you just see a portal and then suddenly a full old Cthulhu just warps through. Like, oh no.
Afro taking a lot of damage here, but it's Afro.
The classic, I press one button, look at my health go. Brrr.
I play Herc. I'm not gonna respond to that.
I play tier, I know.
Kuzumbo could get a push here. Oh, good back off.
Well played, Shimmy.
Now Chimmy's got the sauce. Here we see Mammon going after Afro though. Gets a stun off. That's gonna be the ult used by Chimmy. Gets stunned. Oh, that is just put in the bouncy house there. Absolutely disgusting.
Oh,
First
no.
blood for the Warlords.
That could have potentially been a pickup kill for your boy Danny. It just a little farther on that dash from Zen, and that could have been a return kill. But I think right now the play should just be play it safe. Like you're playing Charybdis, just play like a scared little child.
Damn.
Get
that's
your
crazy,
farm.
But true.
Get away.
Let's take a look at net worth here. Even if you don't kill them, if you get some... Oh, does immune the Kukulin normal form ult
Okay,
here.
well played.
But man, that's a lot of damage through it. You had to dash through. Thankfully, Kukulin did not have his root or 3 to catch that dash after the ult. And Mammon is once again, you know where Mammon's gonna be on this blue cam, man.
She's slurping it like a Sonic slushie, bro.
Those are good. I get them at happy hour sometimes.
I somehow ruined Sonic for someone. Oh, we're seeing a fight break out here, though.
Yana Soul comes out. You know you can get it happy hour anytime if you use the app.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Just letting you know. Letting the people know.
No,
Some people don't know that.
Hey, spread your knowledge, bro. Town crier that shit. Free happy hour on the app.
So true. Because Lord knows I don't get off work in time to go to happy hour at Sonic.
I feel you on that one. Granted, I'm... Oh, no. PTSD of the amount of kitchens I've been in. I hate it.
Kukulin is getting a nice gold lead here, even without a kill. Just pushing those minion waves in will accrue quite a dip. Ooh,
This is
Giannis
just
portal to juke, or maybe to just...
I think I
Juke out
see
the
what he was
moment.
trying to do there.
Or maybe he
It was
meant to go that way? Not sure.
It was either a potential, like, I'm putting this down in case I need it, but it could have also been a, oh, if he hugs the wall too hard, guess what? He's getting told, go the F away.
Yeah, but the enemy can't go through Giannis portals.
Right. I forgot about it.
Yeah. This ain't...
Dang.
This ain't
I
Doctor
wish it-
Strange, bro. Xbalanque out of mana. Ooh, completely immunes the entire Kuzumbo ult is Danny. Gets hit by Mammon. Here comes Danny. I don't know, got a kill on Shizu in mid. Good ult just to keep Kuzumbo away, and that is how you survive those ult combos. Charybdis go 3, go Bert.
I mean, that was well played by the Oracle's duo lane there. They just said, nah.
Uh-oh. That's Robin's kickflip down and root, but he'll live anyway.
Oh, but he doesn't get touched
Truly
by that.
a lucky man. Look at this XP and gold lead for Kukulin. That's why you play the character.
I mean,
even if they play safe and don't give you any kills,
I mean, that's just,
you should be
that's
getting
just
a
the
lead.
soul. That's just the soul lane neutral. Like,
That's
getting
also
those-
multiple invades of this Cthulhu's blue camp by the enemy jungler.
that too. That definitely doesn't help. But,
That's a
like,
lot
when
of the
you're
gold
able
diff.
to- when you're
Afro
able to
going after
consistently-
Tiamat, gets a stun, gets beads. Chimmy goes, I did my job, and walks away.
I can already tell you, he's definitely sounds like I did what I could. This is what it looks like. We do see the Warlords picking up BK.
Basically back to an even game after the scary spike in gold for the Warlords. Oh, Danny's going in. He's landing
Oh, he's
all of
feeling
them. X-Ball
he's feeling
dashes
himself.
away. X-Ball will live to fight another day, but Danny should be able to get some wave pressure off of it. And this has been a good sign. If Danny gets a 2-level lead in duo lane, good things have happened for the Oracles.
I mean, Danny, low-key is just a
I did not.
wonderful AD to have on your own.
Yeah.
And this is proof right here. Like,
Yeah, but that's the thing about ADCs. It's not going to be every game that you can get a lead and make a diff happen in an ADC. It's more inconsistent. It's more dependent on other factors. If the other ADC just doesn't fight you and farms well, it's kind of hard to kill them. Like, they can... A lot of ADCs have a lot of... Like, Xbalanque, if a Xbalanque really doesn't want to fight you, you're not going to kill them. Unless you get, a 4-man rotation under tower like the Knights like to do.
I mean, what? Nah, we never do that to a Xbalanque ever. What do you mean?
Kukulin gets the Cthulhu dash down. It's a 3v2 in mid here. But here comes Maman. Mom. Afro getting up in their business. The stun is down for another second or two. Warlords have been able to just kind of freely get these BDKs this game.
I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but if you're in the Oracles and you have the roster, the god picks you currently have, would you try to fight them?
No.
Exactly.
No, it's just an
It's just kind
observation.
of like,
Warlords have
Call
been
me
freely getting the BDKs.
call me Sid the Sloth.
No thanks. I choose life.
I choose life. that's a pretty good impersonation too. Hmm. 11 minutes in, 2-1. Wow, this is a
This is
slow-paced game compared to what we normally see in Worm Smite League. But I guess that's, like I said, a lot of people aren't trying to make hero plays as much in the semifinals.
I
For
think
better
what
or
we're
for
seeing right
worse.
now is Oracle's forcing themselves to play slower. They're just simply trying not to throw more at the Warlords than they need.
Oh, good root there by Robin. Can he get the team on? Lands the ult. Shell from Kuzumbo. Gets knocked up by the Kuzumbo ult as well. Gets another root. 2 for the road. Gets Shizu, but now has a Mammon inside, and yeah, that'll do the trick. Giannis is in a little bit of danger here. Gets him to good damage. Giannis needs to just leave. Afro gets a stun. Here comes Danny. Jimmy gets the kill. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Oh, that's going to be a setup. Oh, well, that's a bit of a weird interaction. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, though. You gotta get something off of this. You got 2 kills for 1.
Like, get on that beacon.
Yep. Oh, Danny's already on it. Danny, the little ray of sunshine. He loves a good beacon. Oracles. Get an OBJ. They might even look at a Gold Fury here. If they're ballsy. I very much doubt it, but they could.
I mean, they could be feeling themselves, you know?
Still a 2-level lead in solo lane for Cthulhu and Kukulin. 1.5 maybe.
A lot of "k" noises.
Yeah. And this is Charybdis, all the Warlords. Azuli dies. And, yeah. Danny's having a good game, but, that doesn't convert to a late game lead. It's not going to be great. Gets a lot of damage on Xbalanque under tower. Backs up. Oh, you gotta keep running. That's a Mammon. Oh, you gotta keep running.
This is the one. This is a
Ooh,
runaway
does spot
moment.
out the Mammon before the Xbalanque ulted too late. Oh, but there's no tower here, Danny. Ults away. Giannis ult comes out. Danny gets back to his tower and turns around, but Kuzumbo immediately pushes and gets that Danny beads down. Cthulhu ult is going after Tiamat, it looks like. Robin ult lands. Good knock up from the Cthulhu.
Massive Cthulhu ult.
Massive, massive. Cthulhu should be able to kill Tiamat here. Nice. Good play by Danny. Nothing lets an ADC feast more than a Cthulhu frontlining. Mammon's going after Cthulhu. Gets him in the back.
Oh,
But this is a wipe for the rest of the team so far. Robin comes back to help deal with Zen. And that is a 14.5-minute DSI for the Oracles. And they should be able to get some spicy things off of that with their full health Aphrodite.
I mean, we could be seeing Gold Fury get picked up here. Which, please, let it be so.
Let it be so.
Get your money up.
Get your money. Robin zone 2. There you have it. Oracles get the Gold Fury. And look at that. Back camps. Oh, this Aphrodite is feasting. She might even be able to get her starter item upgrade at level 15, at minute 15 here. All she needs is a little bit more. Nobody helped her out. Buying items in the shop, but it looked funny there.
I mean, just, you know, get your money up.
Blue
And look at
camp
that. They got
is
their money
here.
up.
Drops a 2
You see a-
for a chasing Mammon. Does not land. Tiamat's here to help contest this blue camp, but Mammon looks to back. For once, they let an enemy solo laner get his own blue camp. That's... wow. Surprising.
I mean, I'm glad to see the Cthulhu finally getting his blue buff again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of need
Always
that.
feels good. Oh, they're
Feels
hunting
bad when
after
you
this
ult.
Tiamat now. If they can get her jump, Robin's going to go in with an ult. Roots
Hell.
gets zooted by that Kuzumbo. Uses the kickflip to disengage from the tower. Here comes Kukulin. Has almost full rage here, but Aphrodite's not exactly the target he's looking for. Good damage by Charybdis. Shredding Tiamat. Shredding Tiamat. Tiamat should go down here. Oh, Danny is having himself a game. Nothing like a Cthulhu frontline to let Danny feast. Oh, he's gonna ult Mammon. Mammon ult in return.
He smells the blood. He smells it.
Well, they better be smelling the Xbalanque getting their towers for free in the back.
Oh god, I'm
Get
getting
something
flashbacks to our set already.
Yeah, they better get something equivalent to that out of it, because they didn't get mid tower. They better at least get power. This is an even game so far. 17 minutes in.
Why do you persist when you know it is pointless?
Stasis mode. Boo. Boo.
Boo. Losers.
No, that's not a pause.
Fatherless
that's stasis mode.
behavior.
It's different. There we go.
Fatherless behavior.
That's just spectator mode, giving it a second to catch up. It's a different thing than
I know,
pausing.
just messing around, you know.
I do expect you to say fatherless behavior the next time they combat pause though. As we see. Interesting. Beacon's up. Giannis split pushing up duo lane. It's not something you see every day. Now this looks more like my camera. Just go with
The
woo, woo, woo. Looking at the ground. Robin's getting hunted here. Has to ult away. Chevalanque is chasing. Here comes Danny with an ult. Does not hit anybody, but he gets to the fight sooner. Diamond gets Hyperior in the backline. Here comes Diamond King in this Cthulhu ult. Can they zone out Kukulin? Laman's going for camps in the back. Gets a double knock-up. Oh, Charybdis is going to shred them here. Diamond King, double kill. Mamon's behind. Do they know? Do they know? They will soon. Spectator mode moment. There she goes.
Wait. Okay, I was like, what do you mean? Oh, where'd she go?
Yeah, spectator mode. Giannis going into this tower. Deciding not to. The Oracles have pushed up hard a couple of times, but this tower is still standing. Diamond King gets the kill, but Azuli falls to Mammon. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff not showing on the screen now.
I'm noticing that. I will say, you'll love to see
you know what else is not showing on the screen anymore? Mammon, because she just got absolutely turned on by... Let me see if giving it some extra time to catch up helps.
All I can say to that is that was definitely a slurping soup sound on Zen's death there.
I think it maybe going back here will make it look better. No, it's still okay. Spectator mode be spectating.
Well,
unfortunate.
We're just gonna have to sadly apologize to the lovely people at home, you know, because we can't really do nothing about that.
That's still nothing is funnier than a Cthulhu 1 kill.
Because it's just
yeah.
Like anytime I get a kill with Cthulhu 1, I'm just imagining just.
Don't expect me to help you all life.
Okay, 20 minutes in. Slight gold lead for the Oracles. 1 pyro bomb in pocket. Danny has been absolutely cooking this game.
I mean,
will
the
it be
Oracles
enough?
as a whole.
A lot of it has been also like the Danny Cthulhu combo has been great this game. The Danny Diamond King combo.
I mean, if you what's worse than a carry you can only hit about half the time? A carry you can only hit half the time, hiding behind a massive monster. Like
yeah. No, it's just
pick your
free
poison.
Zoning for your ADC in a fight. It's just too good. Yeah, the slow game is the one that's so late at night. Let's get this going. Let's zoom forward a little bit. They're not doing anything anyway. Okay. Here we go. 21 minutes in.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Come on. Put it on double time.
As Ninja would say, wrap it up. Colin zoning out. They should be able to pick up this Pyro Bomb via Warlords as it spawns. They have the zoning for it. Lots of abilities being burned on it, and there they go. They get it. 1 Pyro Bomb apiece now. Heroism. Only 18 stacks on Prophetic Cloak right now. Kind of sucks, but you'll feel like it has good base stacks as well. 25, 25, 110 cooldown. That's good. This feels better, but, you know,
The gem of wait, I just noticed the gem of isolation.
Yeah, Gem of Iso
building-
Cuckoo.
We're building this again in 2025. What is happening?
I keep. It's such a word twister. Cuckoo, Cthulhu. Blah, blah. I'm glad there's also not a Kukulkan in this game.
Listen, all I'm saying is that we got Kuma on Cucullin.
That's what I'm saying. Kuma, Cthulhu, Cuckoo,
Like,
Kukulkan. Yeah.
like well, I already have a birth defect that ruined my tongue. Can we not do the tongue twisters at the same time?
Mommin's going after Aphrodite. Does get stunned out. Dashes into the wall. Okay. Charybdis, there's a Kukulkan behind you. Charybdis, Danny.
Turn around!
Turn around, Danny. Oh, that Danny 3 is going to take out Zen. That's huge for the Oracles. Xbalanque is nowhere near this fight. Xbalanque is by the Gold Fury. Oh, they should 100% take this fight and end it. Go for something here. They have fought around this mid tower, and this mid tower has lived for far too long, in my opinion.
It's like that old person in the retirement. Like, he won't die, but
Damn.
he's just there.
That's crazy.
It's me.
Oh,
You expect blood?
Xbalanque did not chase the Cthulhu through that corridor. Almost did.
Oh, almost grabbed him.
It was close. They did get Zen, though. And a tower. Always nice. What's the structure health? Because I'm pretty sure... that might be a spectator right there, because I definitely didn't hit any of the keybinds to do... Oh!
Oh? Oh,
Spectator
no,
mode be buggy today. I'm sorry, folks. This was the first game it's done this.
Danny's just breaking physics and forcing animations to not exist with the power he's exuding this match.
Smite is just tired.
Just like we all are.
Mom in here. Oh, there's a Giannis right behind her. There's the Giannis right behind her. Woohoo!
Does she know? Does she know?
She did not know. Oh, Giannis ult. Mom in ult. Afro trying to body block. Afro's just going to heal Giannis through all that. Tower shot. Tower shot. Not able to catch up to this Mammon and kill her. Charybdis is actually in trouble now if Kukulkan jumps on
Great
her.
shell, great Kuzenbo ult. Beautiful.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up, folks.
Wrap it up. Come on now.
Cthulhu ult. He's got to watch out for a late game Xbalanque.
Yeah.
Robin getting some good damage here. Double knock up. Ooh, ult onto Xbalanque. Gets Xbalanque beads and Aegis there. And Danny is going to try to follow up. Does not land what he needs to. But
If I'm ever asked what it's like to ride an Ford F-150, I'm just going to show him this game. Like, this is insane.
it's something. Danny's cooking 29,000 damage.
Danny said, I'm trying to win this game. Y'all said wrap it up, leave it to me.
Walking around. They're going to get the Gold Fury over here. No real contest. Danny's nearby. Oh, he almost did. All right, let's see what we got. 26 minutes into this game. Oracle's backs against the wall. Only a slight gold lead. Still anybody's game. No Fire Giants pulled at all this game so far. It's been that tight. Nobody has felt confident enough. Even though we've had an ADC fighting out of his mind, they haven't felt like they've had the burn or the spacing to do it.
Almost got the Brigitte with that. Almost got the Brigitte with that root.
Mm-hmm.
We're maybe seeing the Warlord trying to attempt to maybe pick up Irie. Oracles are showing up.
It's possible. Ooh, Giannis got stunned there. Ooh, we almost saw Mom and bite on that one.
Oh no.
Danny is
Okay,
cooking.
you
Danny is absolutely cooking this set. Can he keep it up?
Danny popped the smite
All it
perk
takes
and
is
said, I'm
one
trying to
time
win.
Mammon kills him at the start of a fight, and they might be toast. Cthulhu taking a lot of poke damage there from Tiamat. At 60%
Tiamat
health
poke.
over there. He's gonna
That
back.
Tiamat poke is no joke.
Poking and yoking. Cthulhu is back. Ooh, good Giannis portal setup, and Danny will take down Kuma. Danny, 4-1-9 and 30,000 damage this game. Oh my god. You know, he didn't sleep through this game, that's for sure.
Why did I get this, Danny?
You do get this, Danny, once in a while. It's just ADCs are not often allowed to play like this just because it's such a boring role where the enemy ADC just doesn't play half the time.
No, I got the Danny that slept through a finals. What is this?
Fire Giant is called out, spectator mode bug, so we can't see the health bar. Sorry, folks. It looks like they drop it to go after Tiamat. They can't chase her, though. Giannis gets... Ooh, Aegis from Tiamat. Beads as well. Robin's on her. Robin takes her back to the fountain.
We're seeing Shizu's falls.
Mammon
We are still seeing Oracle's posturing for potentially more fights.
stun on Mammon. Mammon just goes through Afro. Afro needs to heal up here. Ooh, Danny does not hit the ult. Kuzumbo tries to zone out Afro, but it is, in fact, an Afro. And Tony Cheese having a good game so far on this Robin. Mammon hiding around in the jungle, trying to flank, but your best targets are people with immunities, so not great options. They do spot her out. She blinks in, gets hit by the Cthulhu 3, and goes back under her tower. Giannis taking a tower shot to take Xin out of this fight. Cthulhu's chasing them down. They finally get this mid tower that they've been fighting around the last 5 fights. And they have 5 members up in 2 pyro bombs. Shizu will be back up in 5 seconds. They can't pyro bomb the other birds because there are towers up. Ooh, Cthulhu might have gone in a little bit too far there. He's gonna pay the price to this Kukulin. Yep. Cthulhu went too far. One bridge too far here. Can Giannis clean up Tiamat to make it worth? Tiamat's zoning out. Tiamat behind the wall. Oh, Danny's gonna pay the price too. Oh, takes the Giannis portal. Chased by Shizu. Taken down. That's all it takes. Your front line steps up too close to the respawning enemies, and you lose the team fight off of it. Cthulhu got way too close to the enemy team. For no reason. They're not ending there. Oh, now it's not even showing the pyro ants. Oh my gosh. At least we can still see the fire giant, I suppose. And they started up. And there's no member of the... Oh, the oracles don't know. They don't even have wards over there. They don't know. This is going to be a free EFG for the Warlords. Oh my god.
This?
Oh, Giannis knows. Giannis knows. Does he have ult? Does he have something left in the tank for this? He throws it too. He does not steal it. Oh, that was so close. EFG for the Warlords. 31 minutes into this game. We're going to be here a little bit longer. What a time to be alive.
This is a game.
To be gaming.
Peak smite, peak smite.
Oni Fury. Picked up by the Oracles. Pyro for the Warlords. 2 pyro bombs, both on the Mammon though. Unlucky.
I mean, that's EFG. That's a double bomb on Zen. Like this could go bad for the Oracle, despite the fact that they've been in the driver's seat for most of the game.
That's how late game goes. They've been in the driver's seat since basically the 15-minute mark. Driver's seat being like slightly ahead. Only slightly for a lot of it, but could be tough here. Let's see what happens. Giannis pings out where he thinks Mammon will be. Kukulin is right around this corner. Does not get hit by the Giannis 2. Giannis not... Whoa, Kukulin knocked him. Hits Charybdis there. Charybdis is going to have to run away, but now her 3 is down, and here comes Mammon. Oh no, and Aphrodite isn't here. Aphrodite's not here yet. Mammon ult barely sustained by this Aphrodite support in Shell. Oh my god.
This is why you let Jimmy play Afro.
This is why you Chimmy Afro. Double pyro bombs. Giannis ults in as well as Robin, and they take out Hyperior, but they lose a lot of people for it. Zen double kill. Charybdis is getting hounded by Tiamat and dies and falls. Cthulhu is going to have to dash out of that. It's just the tanks left for the Oracles. Cthulhu running back up the lane. Gets slowed by Kuzubo, hits a good fear. Taken down by Shizu. It's just Afro. They have 33 seconds before the next teammate spawns. They don't have pyro bombs. They might just go for an end call here. Can Afro defend a Titan? It's going to be a while before this fire wave hits them. Get in there, Afro! And this is 3 members on it. Afro goes down. Kuzubo is going to fall as well. But Tiamat and Mammon will be enough to send the Warlords to the finals. And me to bed.
I feel you on that one. It was an honor to cast with you again, though.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Glad you're here, homie.
I mean, I showed up a little later, but I got here. You know, that's what matters.
Man, Danny showed up that game for sure, but just not enough. In another 40,000 plus K Shizu game.
Damn. But
What
yeah,
a time to be alive.
you know, we're gonna be seeing a Warlords v Knights finals, everyone.
That's going to be the first ever 1 versus 2 matchup in a postseason in Warm Smile League, that's for sure.
You know what? I'm happy to be a maker of history. What else can I say?
oh, that you do. All right, thank you all for watching, folks. We're not going to make this post-game last too long because, frankly, I need to go to sleep. Bye-bye.
I'm in the same boat. I got work in 8 hours.
Appreciate you, homie. Ciao, ciao.